Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field, found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks, double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a three for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in, and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Green.
Of high school sports here on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. We want to say thanks to all the community-spirited businesses who bring you our coverage. We hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
And good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you live to Callaway High School as we bring you live coverage of high school basketball on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. Tonight it's an area doubleheader as Arcadia Loup City comes to Callaway to take on the South Loup Bobcats. Hi, everybody. I'm Brent Apperson. Be joined shortly by Larry Kottner. We're live on the radio on KBBN FM and also on our live video stream through sandhillsexpress.com. As we begin our broadcast tonight, we do like we always do, and that is give a big thank you to all of the great businesses who are making our broadcast possible tonight. We start on the radio side, where the radio broadcast tonight is being brought to you by Hurlburt Insurance, also Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery, Trotter's Woe and Go, Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Mills Hardware in Arnold, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, also brought to you by Arnold Insurance Agency, Kushak Lumber and Supply, Loop Agency and Loop Realty, Loop City Lanes, Loop City Auto Parts, Colony Inn and the O Street Bar. Also brought to you by Citizens Bank, Callaway Market, Agribest Feeds, Lodi Seed, South Loop Community Pharmacy, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Boston Livestock, Rocks Underground, Rain Dance Repair, and Hamilton Telecommunications. Our radio broadcast tonight also being brought to you in part by our sports plan sponsors for the year, and they include the Nebraska State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Aero Seed, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Mead Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Gateway Motors, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Justin Thompson Agency. Not only are we live on the radio tonight, we're live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by our radio call. And we'll come back and tell you more about that after these words on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
The Arcadia Loup City Rebels is brought to you by Hurlburt Insurance. Carrie and Monty love cheering on the Rebels, and they also love helping you find the coverage that fits you perfectly. When you call 308-202-0076, they're ready to talk health and Medicare, equine, crop, and livestock risk with you. Just as these Rebels have each other's backs in competition, Hurlburt Insurance has your back with coverage. 308-202-0076 for Hurlburt Insurance.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery. Have you seen all those awesome t-shirts when you attend state competition? There's a good chance Moonlight has printed what you're seeing. They love partnering with local schools to put your athletic and extracurricular achievements on apparel for fans. Ask them about screen printing, embroidery, and more promotional products. Located in Kearney, serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Visit MoonlightCustomPrinting.com. Everything looks better by Moonlight. Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
Are you wanting to remodel your kitchen or bathroom but you don't know where to start? Come see me, Abby Mahler, the kitchen and bathroom designer at Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia. It's my job to design your kitchen layout and help you coordinate your cabinets, countertops, backsplash, flooring, and hardware. I have design software that lets you see a 3D image of your layout so you can visually picture what your new kitchen will look like. Please call us at 789-6252 and ask for Abby to set up your free consultation today.
Crash, boom, bang. All sounds you never want to hear coming from your vehicle. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is prepared to fix or prevent those sounds. If you're in need of auto and light truck service and repair, give Josh a call, 848-2542. That's 848-2542. It all starts with diagnosing the problem, then working to get you back on the road quickly with a vehicle you can depend on. A1 Auto Service in Arnold, proud sponsors of this broadcast and high school sports.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are promises to honor, work that needs to be done, friendships to enjoy, and people that count on each other. These are the things that tie our communities together. They always have, and they always will. Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte. Go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
And we again welcome to Callaway High School, getting close to the tip-off of Game 1 of our doubleheader. Girls basketball up first as South Loup gets ready to take on Arcadia Loup City. Not only are we live on the radio tonight, we're live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by our radio call. To do so, you can access the live stream links through sandhillsexpress.com or go directly to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or Sandhills Express YouTube channel. And when you watch tonight's action, we hope you pay close attention to the business logos that are flashing across your screen representing those who are sponsoring our live video stream tonight. And they include the Callaway District Hospital, BD, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, Agland ATV, Meat Lumber, Culligan, Bailey Crop and Pioneer Seed, Palmer Monument, Insurance of the Heartland, H&R Block, Sandhills Custom Creations, Agribest Feeds, and Green Acres Lawn Care. Helping us call tonight's action, Larry Kottner. We'll welcome him to the broadcast area, get his thoughts on tonight's doubleheader as we continue from Callaway after these words.
Supply, formerly Loup City Lumber, different name, same great local customer service under new management. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help you with your construction or remodel project, a home addition or new structure. If you're building from the ground up, they have post frame and building packages you should browse. If farming and ranching is your gig, they have supplies from tanks to fence. Kushak Lumber and Supply, bringing you this sports broadcast.
Loup Agency Loup Realty is the place to call for all your insurance and real estate needs. Offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency will be happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency Loup Realty, Loup City, Nebraska, 745-1097 or www.louprealty.com.
Knock down some pins and have a great time at Loup City Lanes. Open daily at 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. It's a bowling experience unlike any other. They have homemade pizza for while you bowl, or try a delicious burger or one of their many other food specialties. Video games, birthday parties, and much more can be had with one common theme: fun. Loup City Lanes, proud to support the Arcadia Loup City Rebels.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment, too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. The restaurant at Colony Inn is only closed on Tuesdays and open weekdays at 5, Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. You want to have Sundays marked on your calendar? Prime rib dinners start at 4 p.m. Down on Main Street, head into the O Street Bar Tuesday through Saturday, and don't miss Taco Tuesdays for $2 tacos. The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loup City, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loup City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
And again, we bring it back to Callaway High School, the site of tonight's doubleheader between South Loup and Arcadia Loup City. Girls' game is up first. Boys' game will follow. And we welcome to the broadcast area the guy who will call the opening game of our doubleheader tonight. Larry Kottner is in the house. Hello.
It's warmer. It's gotten warmer throughout the day today, and it's nice night for basketball. It's always good to come over here to Callaway. They treat us very nicely. We got a good crowd on hand, and we should have an interesting doubleheader.
Yeah, I think so. Girls game is up first. Arcadia Loup City, 8-5 on the season. Both teams compete in Class C2 this season. For the Lady Rebels, their wins against Chambers Wheeler Central and Selma Myrna, which was a big win. They won it by a point. You and I were there to watch and call that one. They've beaten Gibbon twice. Other wins have come against Central Valley, Amherst, Wood River, and Riverside. But when you look at their losses, Larry, 4 of their 5 losses are to teams who have won 10 or more games. Those teams include Pleasanton, who's 10-4, Elm Creek 14-1, Central City 13-2, Shelton 13-1. So when you take it all into perspective, it's been a good season for Arcadia Loup City.
Yeah, 4 teams that combined for 50 wins in through the first half of this basketball season. So, yeah, and that's some pretty good teams there. Shelton playing very, very well. Central City off to a great start. Elm Creek has been, I think, maybe a surprise team that has just gotten better and better. So to go up against that kind of competition and other good competition throughout the year, as you mentioned, they got that big win over Anselmo Myrna. Anselmo Myrna has played very well this year. That's a team that, if we look at their roster, we've seen these names. You know, it's still a relatively young team, but they're experienced.
Yeah, Eva Jackson leads away, averaging 11 points per game, averages 4 rebounds per game. Taylor, Obermiller, averaging 8 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and Nicole Shaleski averages close to 8 per game. So they can get scoring from a lot of different areas, but Eva Jackson, I think, is certainly one of the leaders of this team.
Yeah, no question, and she gets after it. She, you know, as she was on the volleyball court, she's a scrapper. You know, you just she's going to constantly go after that basketball, going to play pretty good defensively, and move the ball as quickly as she can.
South Loup, they're 1-12 on the season. Their win came against Sand Hills Valley during the Maxwell Holiday Tournament. It's a young team that continues to grow, Larry. We've seen them a couple of times this season. They had their best offensive output, though, this past Saturday when they scored 38 points against Brady. Emma Stahlbaumer, she's a freshman. She will patrol the middle for South Loup, and she is certainly one of their leaders and top scorers as a freshman.
You know, that Brady score the other night caught my attention, that they played them so well, because Brady is one of the favorites in the MNAC this year. You know, they've got a lot of players back from a team that went to the championship game a year ago. So, you know, it's that one kind of caught my eye. And I watched this team on game 1 and then saw them over in Arnold against Sandhills Thedford, and you can see the improvement throughout the season so far for this very young South Loup Bobcat team, who's really kind of a little short tonight with some injuries and some illness.
So it's South Loup and Arcadia Loup City, the opening game of our doubleheader, and it's coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Your trusted channel seedsman, now serving the Callaway area. They are proud to bring you this sports broadcast. Why choose them? High-quality channel seeds, expertise tailored to your farm, local knowledge paired with global resources, and, of course, unmatched customer service. To get on the path to achieving your farming goals or exceeding them, contact Abe Hinman or T.R. Anderson with Lodi Seed Services, sponsors of this sports broadcast.
The staff at South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Sioux Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet, so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
Wouldn't you like to feel like you were number one? Nebraska State Bank and Trust would like to make you number one with great rewards like instant issue debit cards, mobile banking and deposit capture, estimates and online banking, and free bill pay, not to mention a free gift with each new checking account. You're sure to feel like a winner. Head on in to any of their friendly branches in Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna and let them make you number one. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curve, west of Broken Bow.
And again, we bring you back to Callaway High School, side of our basketball doubleheader. Girls game is up first, and as we bring you the starting lineups are brought to you in part by Joe's Market in Loup City, your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. Visit them on O Street in Loup City soon, and visit joesmarketlc.com for ad specials, recipes, and more. To take a look at your starters, here's Larry.
All right, let's take a look at the 8-5 Arcadia Loup City girls basketball team, coached by Caitlin Orton. They're going to go this way. 5'8" sophomore Taylor Obermiller, Olivia Fitzgerald, the 5'10" senior, Eva Jackson, we talked about her, she's a 5'10" senior, Morgan Rademacher, 6'1" and a sophomore, and Nicole Shaleski, 5'10" and a senior.
Carrie and Monty love cheering on the Rebels and helping you find coverage that fits you perfectly. Call Hurlburt Insurance at 308-202-0076 for health, Medicare, equine, crop, and livestock risk.
All right, let's take a look at South Loop. It'll be Evelyn Wads, 5'7" sophomore, Jade Bierman, 5'6" sophomore, Nelcha Reif, 5'7" junior, Emma Stahlbaumer, a 5'10" freshman, and Ray Hagler, 5'5" and a freshman. The coach is Allie Goodnow. And that is a look at your starting lineups. And we are ready to go. In the white jerseys is South Loop. They win the tap, controlling the basketball. That is Launch. They work it up top. With it there, Reif. She'll dribble over to the left side, controlling. Hagler. Hagler will take it up front. Had it slapped away, got it back. Works it over to the corner. Driving, Bierman had it taken away. Going the other direction, Eva Jackson. Jackson into the forecourt, will give it up. Shaleski will control up top. 2-3 zone being shown here defensively by South Loop. In control, Obermiller will work it over to the right side to Jackson. Jackson on the run. They work it along the baseline. Feed down low, shot put up and in. Putting that one home was Morgan Rademacher. And Arcadia Loop City is on the board early, 2-0.
Yeah, good ball movement to free up Rademacher down low, who was able to knock it off the glass and score the first 2 of the game.
Bierman brings it across the timeline, gets it to Hagler. Back out through the top of the key goes Hagler. Now gives it to Stahlbomber. Her pass tipped, but run down by Hagler. Hagler to the right side, or the left wing. Looking to get rid of it. Feeds it off to Nelcher Rife. Rife, lob pass, going to be tipped away, but controlled by South Loop. Thrown up by Bierman as the shot clock was going down. She launched the 3 and almost made it. Rebound will go to Arcadia Loop City. Jackson brings it into the forecourt. Gives it off to Shaleski. Feed over to the left side. Nice move by Obermiller. Dribbles in. Lobs down low. Fitzgerald no shot. Finds Jackson. Drive. 5-footer up and in. Off the glass.
Well, that's what Eva Jackson can do. She has a great all-around game, can hit the outside jumper. That time able to go inside and able to score on the dribble penetration.
4-0 Lady Rebels. Hagler had it tipped away, picks it back up, goes to the high post for Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber looking for the cutter for Bierman through her hands, but runs it down before it goes out of bounds. Shot clock at 15. Game clock 5:45 to go opening quarter. 4-0 Arcadia Loop City. Pass almost knocked away. Shot clock down to 8. Hagler on the run. Stop. Cut off by Rademacher, and she forces the turnover. That was good help defense there, Brent, by Morgan Rademacher.
Yeah, Arcadia Loop City just kind of going straight up man-to-man right now. And, boy, just every dribble, every pass being contested right now by the Lady Rebels.
Shaleski will bring it across the timeline. Bierman will pick her up top. They'll work it over to the right side, controlling Taylor Obermiller. Shaleski, nice touch pass down low to Jackson, and she is going to be called for stepping. Well, wait a minute. Was there a foul?
There was.
They're going to give the foul here.
I think it's on Rife.
Yep. Nelcher Rife will get that foul. First one of the ball game on either team. Inbounds to Jackson in the corner. Drives. 10-footer. Would not go. Rademacher the rebound. Follow-up partially tipped by Stahlbomber, or actually by Hagler, and then it goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Rebels. Baseline right side. It'll be Shaleski to toss it in. We've played nearly 3 minutes. 4-0 Arcadia Loop City. Jackson with the inbound feed. Drives. 8-footer left short. Rebound Rademacher again. Gets it out top to Shaleski. Skip pass over to the left side. 18-footer would not fall for Fitzgerald. And the rebound by Hagler. She'll run into the forecourt. Picked up there by Shaleski. Hagler to the left wing. Up top, stripped away. Going the other direction is Jackson. Jackson one-on-one. Blocked from behind by Bierman. Follow-up no good by Taylor Obermiller. And it's cleared out of there by Bierman. Good help defense that time by Bierman. Asa Starr in the lineup now for South Loop. Gets it ahead. Finds Bierman. Bierman on the drive. Cut off by Rademacher. Down to Hagler. Down low. They work it to Stahlbomber. Shot partially blocked by Fitzgerald. And coming out of there with the loose ball is Shaleski in the corner. Shaleski will push for Arcadia Loop City. Nearly halfway through the first quarter. 4-0 Arcadia Loop City. Driving Obermiller in the paint. 5-footer would not fall for her. And the rebound cleared out of there by Emma Stahlbomber.
Last couple of trips, Arcadia Loop City's been able to get to the rim, but just has not been able to finish.
Starr picks up her pivot foot in trying to make the pass. Turnover will give it back to Arcadia Loop City. Coming in for Arcadia Loop City, Brianna Lewick, 5'3" freshman, or junior, and Grace Augustine, a 6-foot sophomore. Substitute in for South Loop, Aaron Fitzgerald, a 5'2" junior. So we have a Fitzgerald on each side of the basketball court.
I knew that was going to happen tonight. That's why I gave you this game.
Aaron Fitzgerald, they work it over to Shaleski, or the 18-footer, no good. And the rebound cleared out of there defensively. by Aaron Fitzgerald. And puts up the 15-footer, no good. Rebound brought down defensively by Augustine. Feed ahead to Fitzgerald. That is, Jackson. And now the follow-up and in. Getting the board and the putback was Grace Augustine. 6-0 Arcadia Loup City. Neither team had scored for a few minutes, but Arcadia Loup City gets the bucket. Into the forecourt. Fitzgerald had it taken away by Augustine. Gets it to Obermiller. Obermiller across the timeline. Into the paint. Bounce over to Jackson along the baseline. Drives, puts it up, left it short. Stahlbomber affected the shot, then comes away with the rebound. Feed ahead to Starr through the hands of Reif. Taken back by Shaleski. Nice bounce pass down line to Augustine, up and in. And Grace Augustine has come off the bench and put in a couple of buckets. It's 8-0 Lady Rebels. The other direction, Aaron Fitzgerald ahead to Reif. Bounce pass intended down low for Stahlbomber, but led too far and a turnover. Reif will check out as Wanch will come back in. No backcourt pressure. 2:22 to go, first quarter. Shaleski will bring it across the timeline. Obermiller controls, deep on the wing. Now into the corner for Eva Jackson. To Obermiller, cutting to the hole. Didn't have the proper angle, it wouldn't fall. And on the rebound, finally a tie-up, Augustine and Stahlbomber. And on the alternating possession, it will stay with Arcadia Loup City. Tossing it in, right side, Shaleski. Gets it in to Obermiller on the drive, back out to Jackson. Fakes the three, drives, lost it, but picked up by Shaleski. Skip pass back on over to Lewick. Lewick gets it back after giving it to Obermiller. Couldn't get it to go, but got her own rebound on the weak side. Pass back out to Jackson, dribbles in, kicks out top. Three ball on the way by Obermiller off the heel of the iron, no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Bierman.
First couple of possessions, Arcadia Loup City was able to get some offensive rebounds, but since then, South Loop's done a much better job protecting the defensive glass.
Bierman out to Fitzgerald, and it would not go from about 17. Cleared out of there by Shaleski. Feed ahead to Obermiller, trying to get it to her teammate. Stripped away, though, by Fitzgerald. Bierman lead ahead for Stahlbomber, tipped and out of bounds off Lewick. Little hectic play there. And Olivia Fitzgerald will check back in now. And Jillian Holbert will also come in, 5'6" junior for the Lady Rebels. So, yes, now we do have both Fitzgeralds on the court. Olivia for Arcadia Loup City, Aaron for South Loop. Inbounds. Hagler just gets it in to Bierman. Stolen away by Jackson. Jackson, feet ahead. Shaleski's got a lane. Bumped and loses the ball. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Arcadia Loup City. Rademacher will come back into the lineup. Augustine will sit down. Good luxury to have a 6'1" player replaced, or a 6-foot player replaced by a 6'1" player. Three ball on the way for Fitzgerald, will not go. Cleared out of there by Fitzgerald. Aaron for South Loop. Into the forecourt. Gives off to Hagler. Hagler around the perimeter. To Bierman for a three. Off the mark, no good. And the weak side rebound will go on out of bounds and belong to the Lady Rebels. Checking in for South Loop, Addie Stump, 5'3" sophomore. And also coming into the lineup, I believe that's Jimmy Fletcher, 5'3" sophomore. Nope.
Nelcher
Reif came back in, 22. Shaleski on the run, couldn't get the 5-footer to go off the side of the backboard, and the rebound to Bierman. 21 seconds to go in the quarter, shot clock off, and the pass for Bierman towards Addie Stump, a little high, and the turnover gives it back to Arcadia Loup City. Shaleski will dribble forward to the timeline, down to 9 seconds to go. High post, Jackson down low to Fitzgerald. Livia puts it up and a walk before the shot. So South Loup will have 3.8 in which to work with here in the remainder of the first quarter. Full court pressure. Inbounds will go to Reif. Feed ahead to Bierman, knocked away. And Shaleski, her shot after the buzzer would not have counted. And we go to the second quarter after one here in Callaway. Arcadia Loup City 8, South Loup nothing. You're listening to the Thunderbird.
Is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV? What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Contact your local shelter insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
We come back to Callaway, 8-0 in favor of Arcadia Loup City. Girls game, first half of our doubleheader between Arcadia Loup City and South Loup. Lady Rebels on top. South Loup will have the basketball, looking for their first bucket. They have not really had too many good shot opportunities. They had a couple of shots looked like might go down, but just rimmed out. Skip pass over to Hagler. Shot blocked from behind by Jackson, and then trying to retrieve it. It'll be last touch by South Loop's Asa Starr.
That's a great recovery defensively by Jackson. Looked like Hagler was going to get an open look, but Jackson able to recover, get a piece, and then ultimately get possession over to the Rebels.
Lob down low. Jackson open, puts it up. She puts it in. She is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Jackson's got 6 in the game now to lead all scorers as she will step to the line, and she's kind of done everything, Larry. I mean, we've seen her dribble, drive, get to the rim, make things happen, and that time moving without the basketball to receive the pass and make a basket.
Couldn't get the free throw to go, but she gets the rebound after it's tipped out. That foul went on Asa Starr, her first. Shaleski with the basketball for Arcadia Loup City. A possibility of a 4 or 5 point trip, and another foul going to go against South Loup. And this time I believe they'll get Reif.
Number 2 on her.
37 seconds deep into the second quarter. 10-0 the score. Reif's going to come out with those 2 fouls. Evelyn Wanch going to come back in. Baseline right side, it'll be Shaleski to toss it in. Looks, gets it in to Hulbert, who's back in the lineup. Jackson got open along the baseline and kissed it off the glass for 2 more, and it's opened up to a 12-0 lead. Now Jackson tips the ball away. Hulbert comes away with it. Feed down low, shot put up, and good. Olivia Fitzgerald with the bucket. And now this full court pressure causing some trouble for South Loup. And a reach in, no, a travel forced by Eva Jackson on Jade Bierman. So another turnover, and Arcadia Loup City goes the other way. In front of the South Loup bench, Shaleski will get it in to Hulbert. Back to Shaleski, now off to Fitzgerald. Back to Shaleski, dribbles in off the left elbow. Skip pass over to the right side. Jackson on the run. Bounce down low through the hands of Fitzgerald. Taken away that time by Starr. The feed ahead for Bierman and stripped from behind and taken away by Jackson. She'll run it into the forecourt.
Yeah, Eva Jackson just making it happen on both sides of the floor right now for Arcadia Loup City.
Long 3 on the way from Shaleski. Will not touch iron. It's saved in, though, by Fitzgerald, but into the hands of Bierman. And a foul's going to go against Fitzgerald.
I believe that'll be her first.
Not a lot of fouls have been whistled in this one.
No, not many.
Rademacher out, Augustine back in. Shaleski will sit down as Loup will come back in. In the backcourt, controlling the basketball. Hagler, feed ahead for Wanch. Wanch had it knocked away, and a reach-in foul going to go on Brianna Loup. So that'll be quickly 2 fouls on Arcadia Loup City. 2 fouls have also been whistled this quarter on South Loup. 6:13 to go, opening half. 14-0 Arcadia Loup City. Bierman had it almost knocked away by Holbert, but runs it down, and then a body foul going to be called on Olivia Fitzgerald. So 3 very quick fouls against the Lady Rebels. Fitzgerald's going to come out, and Taylor Obermiller is going to come back in. That's 2 on Fitzgerald. South Loup in front of the Arcadia Loup City bench will toss it in. Ball into Bierman, down along the baseline. Stahlbomber double team, puts it up, couldn't get it to go. And a good block out, and taking the ball is Lewick. Lewick into the forecourt, holds it up right side, off to Obermiller, has a lane, dribbles in, kicks off in the corner for Holbert. Double team, dribbles it on out top to Lewick, back over to the left side for Holbert. Jackson in the corner, shot clock at 20. Game clock 5:35 here in the second. Holbert for a 3, in and out, would not go, and the rebound cleared out of there by Stahlbomber. Her outlet pass to Starr, almost taken away by Jackson. Gets it back to Stahlbomber. Picks up the dribble in the forecourt. Hagler controls. Ray will take it to the corner. It's knocked away by Holbert. It'll stay with South Loup. Shaleski back in for Arcadia Loup City. Returning for South Loup is Aaron Fitzgerald. Ivy Tullis, 5'5" senior, also coming in for the first time into the game. In front of the Arcadia Loup City bench, it'll be Stahlbomber to toss it in. Augustine trying to cause a cloud out there. Ball passed and thrown away, but Holbert wasn't able to really control it for the steal, and it'll come back South Loop's way. 5:06 to go, first half. Don't forget we've got the boys game later on. Brent will have the call on that one. Inbounds pass stolen away by Shaleski. She timed it beautifully, but her left-handed layup is short. Taken out of there by Aaron Fitzgerald. Across the timeline, works it over to the right side. Starr up top, knocked away from her by Holbert into the backcourt. It should stay with South Loup.
Boy, active hands by Arcadia Loup City defensively. You see that play there by Hurlbert, able to reach in, knock the ball away, but just contesting every dribble and every pass right now are the Rebels.
Aaron Fitzgerald with the basketball, brings it across the timeline. Almost had it knocked away, did, and enough that it allowed Arcadia Loup City's Nicole Shaleski to tie up Hagler, and that will be the same as a turnover, as on the alternating possession, it'll belong to the Lady Rebels. Obermiller into the forecourt, off to Shaleski. Dribbles to the right side, looks down low, goes back up top for Obermiller. Dribbles in, kicks back right side for Shaleski. Back to Obermiller, left side. Holbert, bounce pass into the paint, and the ball is kicked. Shot clock at 20, game clock 4:22. Second quarter, 14-0 Arcadia Loup City on top of South Loup. Inbounds pass left side. Obermiller gets it into Lewick. Out to Holbert. Work it over to the right side. Obermiller dribbles in. 15-footer wouldn't fall. Cleared out of there defensively by Aaron Fitzgerald. Runs it into the forecourt. Picked up by Lewick. Give off now to Tullis. Tullis might have got away with a carry there. Still has it. Off to the right elbow. Picks up the dribble. Knocked away. Taken away by Lewick. One-on-one with Tullis. Tullis back in front of her. Put up no good by Lewick. And it goes on out of bounds. Last touched by South Loup. Jackson back in. Olivia Fitzgerald back in. And Aaliyah Friesen, a 5'9" senior, coming in for the first time for Arcadia Loup City. South Loup also with a sub, as I believe Stahlbomber came back in. Shot put up off the inbounds by Obermiller, no good. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay. Last touch by South Loup, so Arcadia Loup City will control.
Jade Bierman battling on the inside for South Loup, almost able to secure the rebound. Made a good effort, but just lost it out of bounds.
Inbounds play goes back to Shaleski. Corner three will not go. Rebound taken away by Jackson. Couldn't get the shot to go. Well, how many times tonight for Arcadia Loup City have they had good looks that just they would not go down?
Yeah, they have. They've had a lot of opportunities 5 feet and in at the basket, but well, they've made a few, they've missed a few.
No, the story's been their defense.
Yeah.
They're throwing a shutout right now. They have not allowed very many opportunities for South Loup, and they create a turnover there on a over and back by Aaron Fitzgerald.
Unofficially 17th turnover for South Loup here in this first half against this very aggressive Arcadia Loup City defense.
And Friesen going to give it back as she was called for the walk. Drug her pivot foot. Reif is going to come back in. She's got 2 fouls. Fitzgerald will sit down. Asa Starr to toss it in. Finds Hagler. Works it ahead, and then the ball knocked away from Bierman by Jackson. It will stay with the Lady Bobcats. And right now, South Loup just looking to get points and get something favorable going their way. Arcadia Loup City has not run away from them yet. It's a 14-0 game, and that's going to be a double dribble by Bierman trying to go down the left side. Ball kind of got caught up on the hip. Timeout taken by Arcadia Loup City. 3:05 to go first half, 14-0 Lady Rebels.
Attention Nebraska farmers. At Custer Federal State Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to offer agricultural loans tailored to your needs. Whether you're looking to expand your operations, purchase new equipment, or manage daily expenses, our experienced team is here to help. With competitive rates, personalized service, we're your partners in growth. Visit Custer Federal State Bank today, where your future grows. Custer Federal State Bank, rooted in Nebraska, growing with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Today's action is brought to you in part by High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Callaway, formerly J.R. Meyer Insurance. They are dedicated to serving area farmers in the local community and are happy to help bring this broadcast to you. Visit hsip.com.
No backcourt pressure as Arcadia Loup City will bring it into the forecourt. It'll be Shaleski to do so. Dribbles past the defense. Works it over into the corner for Olivia Fitzgerald. Double teamed there, trying to get rid of it and knocked out of her hands. Last touched by Hagler. 2:52 remaining here in the first half. Lady Rebels on top 14-0, trying to add to that on this possession. Jackson up top, works it over left side to Obermiller. Right side Shaleski looked at the shot, but a long one. Jackson along the baseline cutoff. Back at the Obermiller for a three, off the iron, no good, and it's cleared out of there by Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber ahead to Hagler. Runs it into the forecourt, picked up by Obermiller. Stops, bounce down low, Stahlbomber with a chance. She had a look, didn't get the pass cleanly, and that allowed the defense of Fitzgerald to get there, but Fitzgerald, I believe, is going to draw her third foul.
Yeah, you're right, that will be her third.
And Stahlbomber at the line to shoot 2. And first one no good.
Yeah, that was a great all-around play by South Loup. As you look at Hagler with the entry pass, but then Stahlbomber able to make herself available for the pass down low in the block area.
Olivia Fitzgerald out, Lewick back in, and the free throw is good for Stahlbomber, and South Loup is on the board. 14-1 the score, 2:20 to go, first half. In the corner, controlling Obermiller, right side, now left side for Shaleski. Touch pass down low to Jackson. Feed and not handled that time by Lewick. And then South Loup comes away with the ball and a reach-in foul I believe, is going to go on Arcadia Loup City, and that's going to be the 5th team foul. Some more free throws at the other end for the Lady Bobcats.
And that is the first foul whistled against Eva Jackson.
Ray Hagler will do the honors at the other line, at the other end. The freshman looking for her first points. And the free throw no good. Well, South Loop's had a tough time getting it into a good shot position. But if they can get to the line, this is an opportunity to get some points, although both are missed. Rebound taken out of there by Friesen. Lewick will push into the forecourt, left side. Off to Jackson, up top now Shaleski. Down the right side, gives off to Obermiller, dribbles in the paint, trying to do a little give and go. It was tipped around and a tie-up. It will go to South Loop. Launch comes back in. Reif will sit down for the Lady Bobcats. Minute 52 remaining here in the first half. Ball loose, and Lewick trying to knock it away, and she did so, I think.
Yeah, I think Hagler ended up being the last one to touch it, but it was Lewick who kind of created that and forced the turnover.
Inbounds will go to Lewick. 1-3-1 zone being shown here by South Loop. Feed up top for Lewick from Obermiller. Obermiller gets it back along the baseline, and a body foul was going to go against Wanch. That's only the 3rd team foul of the quarter, so no free throws here, and just the first on Evelyn Wanch. Minute 35 to go before halftime. Brent will have first half stats, and we'll have more at the halftime break. Keep it here. Shot wouldn't go from 15 for Obermiller. Asa Starr runs it into the forecourt. Down the left side, holds up, gives off Stahlbomber. Now off to Wanch. Wanch up top. Hagler, left side for Bierman. Pass down low. And a nice catch by Stahlbomber, and she'll get to the line. Yeah, reach-in foul going to go on Friesen.
Well, again, South Loop able to get some nice entries into the post to Emma Stahlbomber, as Emma will go back to the free throw line.
They have not been deterred here in this first half. They've been able to continue to run their offense. They've gotten some good looks. They've gotten to the free throw line, but unfortunately, 1 of 5 there at the stripe here in this quarter. As she misses the first. Freshman puts this one up, makes that one. 14-2. Minute 15 to go now in the half. Arcadia Loup City on the offensive end. Skip pass left side. Obermiller in the corner. Lewick for 3. Off the mark, no good. Weak side rebound cleared out of there by Hagler. Starr will run it into the forecourt. Under a minute remaining in the half. Tipped away by Lewick. Well, it doesn't matter who it is defensively for Arcadia Loup City. Those hands are active.
Yeah, been real good team defense by the Rebels here in this first half.
Starr to throw it in, goes back door. Nice catch by Hagler, puts it up and in. That was a good indoors or backdoor play, and it's 14-4. Last 4 points for South Loop. They're back within 10. In the corner, Lewick finds Rademacher in the paint. Off the glass from 14. 16-4. 35 seconds to go here in the quarter. Shot clock 27, game clock 29. With it in the forecourt, Starr on the drive, had it knocked away and stripped away by Lewick. Lewick trying to go down the left side, takes it all the way in, left-handed layup up and in. And they extend the lead to 18-4 with 11 seconds to go. Feed ahead to Wanch. Now for Stahlbomber, knocked away by Rademacher, retrieved by Starr, taken by Shaleski, gonna have to shoot. Throws it up at the buzzer, it would not go from about 16 feet away. But Arcadia Loup City, after South Loop had scored 4 in a row, answer with 4 to finish off the half. Your score here in Callaway at halftime, Arcadia Loup City 18, South Loop 4. You're listening to 95.3.
Having a party, celebration, tailgate, or watch party? Then you need to come and see us at the Grocery Cart. Between our amazing deals and GK Wine and Spirits, we'll help you treat your guests right. Start out with a meat and cheese tray or a Chester's chicken in the deli, or pick up a rack of smoked ribs. For drinks, our aisles at the GK Wine and Spirits are full with savings on your favorites. The Deli and GK Wine and Spirits, inside the grocery cart, Broken Bow.
Start the new year off-road with the Polaris sales event. Agland ATV is stocked up with all of the different machines you will need to kick off the new year, not to mention all of the in-stock accessories they have to help you tackle every job you will face in 2025. Polaris is even offering a coupon this month towards cab components to help keep you warm. Stop in today at Agland ATV for great Polaris deals. Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement. The winter season presents us with all kinds of challenges, one of which that is tricky, slippery ice. If you need help recovering from a fall, call us at Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We've served Central Nebraska with personalized and compassionate care for over 50 years, 872-5111. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, and Gothenburg, Team Physical Therapy can get you moving again. Call 872-5111.
Winter sports apparel and a clearance going on right now at Gear for Sports in Broken Bow. Save 40% off winter apparel items. There are hoodies, sweatpants, stocking hats, gloves, and more. If it's winter apparel, it's simple. It's on sale. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. The savings in the clothing will make you feel warm inside. At Geared for Sports during the winter clearance on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
The chilly season is here. No need to be wearing a stocking hat inside. Talk to them at Mead Lumber in Broken Bow and get your home's insulation upgraded. Not only will you keep the cold outside in the winter, you'll also have a more efficient, clean, and healthy home. At Mead Lumber, they do their very best to accommodate you with information on your project. Check out the awesome resources they offer at meadlumber.com as well. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow. Visit them today on East Highway 2.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
Happy New Year from all of us at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow. We thank you for trusting us with your family's care throughout the year, and we look forward to making your healthcare experience comfortable and dependable for years to come. We invite you to visit our website, melham.org, to learn more about us, including our services, history, careers, and more. That's melham.org. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care. Wishing you a Happy New Year.
The student athletes you're cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work, an alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
And we welcome you back to Callaway High School. Thrivent Financial is proud to support the area teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Representative Scott Harvey wants to help you with your financial goals by creating a strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. For insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, call Scott Harvey and Thrivent Financial at 308-872-2511. As we take a look at some of your first half numbers, we'll look first at Arcadia Loup City. They lead at 18-4 here at the half. Leading the way for the Lady Rebels and leading all scores, Eva Jackson with 8. Olivia Fitzgerald had 2. Brianna Lewick with 2 off the bench. Grace Augustine with 2 off the bench. And Morgan Rademacher with 4 points for the Rebels, as again they lead at 18-4 here at the half. For South, Loup held scoreless in the first quarter, but then got some things going in the second 8 minutes. Emma Stahlbaumer able to get to the line 4 times in that second 8 minutes, made 2 of 4. She finished with 2 points in the half. And also able to knock down a shot was Ray Hagler. She had the only field goal for South Loup in the first half. She's got 2 points. South Loup getting to the line 5 times in the first half. They were 2 of 5 from the line. Arcadia Loup City has yet to shoot a free throw. Some of the other numbers unofficially: 21 turnovers for South Loup in the first half, just 5 for Arcadia Loup City. On the boards, Arcadia Loup City out-rebounding South Loup early in the game, but the Bobcats did a much better job as the half went along on the defensive glass and actually out-rebounding Arcadia Loup City 14-11 in the first half. We'll step away for another timeout. Second half action is coming up. You're listening to Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Green lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A2Z Lawn Pro's fertilizer program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
With offices in Broken Bow and Callaway, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here for the area. This is Chip, and I invite you into the Broken Bow office Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Thursdays to speak with me about getting the coverage that fits you and your situation best. If Callaway is more convenient, Liana and Lori are in the office there Monday through Friday. 2 locations serving Central Nebraska and beyond. Thanks for choosing Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
It's a new year, and the friendly staff at Gateway Motors would love to help you get going during the Start Something New sales event happening this month. It's the perfect time to upgrade to a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle. Their staff is excited to show you why there's never been a better opportunity to drive home the car, SUV, or truck that you've always wanted. Whether you're seeking luxury, performance, or pure capability, Gateway Motors has the vehicle to match your needs. Stop in so you can start the new year in a beautiful set of wheels.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents to tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
Just as student athletes have strength in the classroom and in competition, Taylor Heating and Cooling is strong in both repairs and installation. For residential or commercial projects or new construction, call Taylor Heating and Cooling at 308-872-6196. They offer financing and are proud to offer high-quality service to go hand-in-hand with the reliable products they install, whether parts or new units. Serving Broken Bow and beyond in central Nebraska. Taylor Heating and Cooling.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming and ranching is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm and ranch deserves.
Visit Justin Thompson Agency or call 308-872-5252.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This broadcast of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels is brought to you by Hurlbird Insurance. Carrie and Monty love cheering on the Rebels, and they also love helping you find the coverage that fits you perfectly. When you call 308-202-0076, they're ready to talk health and Medicare, equine, crop, and livestock risk with you. Just as these Rebels have each other's backs in competition, Hurlbird Insurance has your back with coverage. 308-202-0076 for Hurlbird Insurance.
Your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 308-872-6810, Klang Financial downtown for Broken Bow.
We start the third quarter, Arcadia Loup City with the basketball coming towards Brent and I, as you hear it on the radio. If you're watching it on the video, left to right is Arcadia Loup City. Shot put up, 5-foot floater, no good by Jackson. Partially tipped. Taken out of there by South Loup. Check that, Asa Star into the forecourt. Her pass tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Shaleski. So for South Loop, it's Starr, Stahlbomber, Aaron Fitzgerald, Reif, and Hagler. We'll set Arcadia Loop City. Fitzgerald with it. Works it over to the right side. And Obermiller on her. 3-ball put up no good by Starr, and it's taken out of there by Eva Jackson. Jackson holds it up in the forecourt. Jackson, Rademacher, Obermiller, Shaleski, and Olivia Fitzgerald, the starting 5, and a nice backdoor play by Olivia Fitzgerald over to Eva Jackson for the easy deuce, and it makes it a 20-4 game in favor of Arcadia Loop City. Into the forecourt, Jackson stripped the ball away. It will stay with South Loop. Lady Rebels looking for their 9th win of the year. As Brent mentioned, 4 of their 5 losses have come to 4 double-digit win teams that have combined for 50 wins this year. Stolen away by Shaleski, running it hard all the way to the other end. She'll lay it up and in. 22-4 now the score. Favor of the Lady Rebels. Feed into the forecourt, Stahlbomber. They break the pressure. Starr down the left side, lost her balance. That gets it out to Stahlbomber, up top for Hagler. Man-to-man defense, Olivia Fitzgerald on her. Aaron Fitzgerald now with the ball, working against Jackson. To the free throw line. He's got a player down low, didn't see Starr, goes out to Hagler instead. Her 3 won't go, and then Fitzgerald runs it down. Caught up on the baseline, trying to get it ahead to Stahlbomber, and a timeout taken by South Loop. 6:05 to go here in the third. 22-4, the Lady Rebels of Arcadia Loop City.
Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery is proud to help bring you this sports coverage. When you partner with Moonlight, you're choosing the company that offers the highest quality inks as their standard way of printing. Since 1999, Moonlight has partnered with community events, school groups, sports teams, and more to design, print, and sell awesome screen print, embroidery, and vinyl items. Located in Kearney, serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Visit MoonlightCustomPrinting.com. Everything looks better by Moonlight. Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
We come back to Callaway. Starr will try to get it in to Stahlbomber, but it's stolen away by Morgan Rademacher. Hands off to Shaleski into the forecourt. Obermiller sets up the offense. Zone defense being shown by South Loop. Up top with it, it's Jackson. The high paint for Rademacher. Off to Jackson. Jackson dribbles in, cut off nicely by Hagler. Give and go, and down low it would not go for Obermiller. Taken out of there by Stahlbomber. Off to Aaron Fitzgerald. Runs it into the forecourt. Follow a 10-footer. Got it. Aaron Fitzgerald with confidence on that one. Took a step back away from Shaleski and put it home. 22-6. Shaleski ahead to Obermiller on the left wing. Up top, Rademacher, 17-footer, no good. Rebound fought for, still loose, and run down by Fitzgerald. Aaron, 3-on-2, goes to the left side, cut off by Obermiller. And now lost the ball and tried to get up, and another timeout going to be taken by South Loop. 5:01 to go, 22-6. We're in the third quarter here at 95.3.
Remodel your kitchen or bathroom, but you don't know where to start? Come see me, Abby Mahler, the kitchen and bathroom designer at Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia. It's my job to design your kitchen layout and help you coordinate your cabinets, countertops, backsplash, flooring, and hardware. I have design software that lets you see a 3D image of your layout, so you can visually picture what your new kitchen will look like. Please call us at 789-6252 and ask for Abby to set up your free consultation today.
As we come back to Callaway, want to say thanks to Fort County Heating and Air, helping us with our sports broadcast tonight. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow. You can reach them at 872-2258.
22-6 our score. Arcadia Loop City on top of South Loop. Lady Bobcats with the basketball underneath their own hoop. They'll toss it in baseline left side. It'll be Asa Starr to do so. No fouls so far here in this third quarter. Inbounds tipped away by Olivia Fitzgerald. Has got Obermiller out front, gets it to her. And the defense back, though, quickly. Out top, Holbert, who's checked into the lineup. Gets it over to Shaleski, bounce along the lane. Gets it to Obermiller. Her 5-footer would not go. Rebound cleared out of there by Stahlbomber. Here comes South Loop. Hagler will bring it across the timeline. Set up the offense for the Lady Bobcats. Picks up the dribble, bounce over right side. Asa Starr gets the screen from Wanch, and the first foul of the third quarter is going to go against Jillian Holbert of Arcadia Loop City. So that'll be South Loop triggering it in on the side. Hagler to do so, Stahlbomber gets it in, controlling. Bierman down low to Stahlbomber, knocked away, got it back, and out to Bierman. Bierman to the high post, driving, Wanch. Back out, long three, and that is good for Asa Starr. And it's a 22-9 game. 4:10 to go here in the third. Shaleski, skip pass over to the left side for Holbert. Now Obermiller on the left wing. Pass knocked away by Bierman into the backcourt. Bierman will run it down in the corner. Look for a helper, and it's tipped and taken back by Holbert. Holbert, and she was going to throw it down court for Shaleski, then saw that the defense got back, tried to hold it up, and she went into a pirouette.
Yeah, just a little bit out of control that time for Jillian, but good defense on both ends of the floor shown by both teams.
She came out of it with a big smile. She knew she traveled. Inbounds almost stolen away, and it's still loose. It is going to be a turnover, I believe. Loup couldn't come up with the ball cleanly, but it actually hit off the head of one of the South Loop Lady Bobcats who had a foot out of bounds at the time. Arcadia Loop City into the forecourt. Holbert finds it over on the right wing to Loup, driving the baseline. Left the 8-footer short. Rebound taken away by Jackson. Bounce pass over to Fitzgerald. Puts it up, and she was bodied pretty hard. She'll get an opportunity at a couple of free throws. And that foul, I believe, will go on Evelyn Wanch.
And that is her second.
Well, they're going to say it was on the floor. So no shots. Right down in front of Brent and I. They'll toss it in. Holbert has it up top. Works it over to the right side. Fitzgerald back to Holbert. Now controlling Louis. Shaleski, skip pass into the corner. 18-footer, no good by Fitzgerald, but the follow-up on the weak side, up and in. Brianna Lewick. 24-9 the score. Arcadia Loop City by 15. 3 minutes remaining, third quarter. Launch into the forecourt. Her pass tipped away. Run down in the corner by Bierman. Pass intended down low for Stahlbomber. Taken away by Shaleski. Nicole will run it into the forecourt. Drive the baseline, down low. Fitzgerald gets it over to Holbert. 8-footer is good along the left baseline. 26-9.
And for Hurlbert, that's her first basket of the game.
Launch, feeds ahead. Stahlbomber ahead of the defense, though. Couldn't control it. Runs it down in the corner to Addie Stump, who's checked into the lineup. Now Bierman, right wing, dribbles up top. Trying to reverse it, nowhere to go. Now has Stahlbomber in the paint. Out to the left side for Starr. Her runner from 8, no good. Holbert with the rebound. We'll find Lewick, who will slow it up a bit. And now Shaleski will bring it across the timeline, go to the left-handed dribble. Bounce back over to Lewick. In the corner for check that's Fitzgerald. Now Shaleski, Holbert, skip pass to Lewick, high post to Jackson, double teamed, and her pass intended for Shaleski on the back door, tipped and taken away by South Loup. Asa Starr into the forecourt, being hawked out there by Shaleski. Starr, though, keeping it. Now Holbert will come up with the steal and give it off to Shaleski. Minute and a half to go in the third. Shaleski, pass ahead to Jackson, pump fake, drives, puts it up, couldn't get it to go. Got her own board, puts it up and in. Eva Jackson staying with that one. Got the offensive board and put back, and it's 28-9, Arcadia Loup City. And now a steal by Olivia Fitzgerald. Off to Lewick. Lewick down the left side, takes it all the way to the hole, couldn't get it to go. And the rebound to Stahlbomber. And a timeout again for South Loup. Exactly 1 minute remaining here in the third. 28-9, Arcadia Loup City.
Boom, bang, all sounds you never want to hear coming from your vehicle. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is prepared to fix or prevent those sounds. If you're in need of auto and light truck service and repair, give Josh a call, 848-2542. That's 848-2542. It all starts with diagnosing the problem, then working to get you back on the road quickly with a vehicle you can depend on. A1 Auto Service in Arnold, proud sponsors of this broadcast and high school sports.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
1 minute exactly remaining here in the third quarter. Arcadia Loup City with a 28-9 lead on South Loup. They have played the defensive end here tonight, Brent.
Yes, they have.
South Loup with the basketball, facing that full court pressure again. Aaron Fitzgerald and bumped by Brianna Lewick. Only the second team foul on Arcadia Loup City this quarter. So right down in front of us, it'll be South Loup to toss it in. Hagler to do the honors.
And that was the second one whistled on Lewick tonight.
1-2-2, full court pressure, stolen away by Jackson. Puts it up from 5, couldn't get it to go, but she'll draw the foul and shoot free throws.
Jackson leading scorer tonight, 12 in the game. Opportunity to add to that from the line.
And this foul will go on Aaron Fitzgerald. Again, we've got Aaron Fitzgerald for South Loup and Olivia Fitzgerald playing for Arcadia Loup City, although she is not out on the court right now. First free throw no good for Jackson. We have had him out on the court at the same time. Jackson again, and couldn't get that one to roll. Taken out of there by Bierman. Lead ahead to Reif. Reif into the forecourt to Hagler. Works the right side, bounce along the baseline, running it in, putting it up, left it short is Fitzgerald. Got her own board, put it back in, but a foul before the shot. And that's going to go on Lewick of Arcadia Loup City, who just picked up her third.
Great move by Fitzgerald on the baseline to get to the rim. Not able to finish, but good effort and hustle to go after the rebound and save the possession for the Bobcats.
Lewick with those 3 fouls going to come out. Rademacher's going to come back in. So a lot more height in there right now for the Lady Rebels. Hagler baseline left side trying to get it in, gets it into Reif. She'll go to the dribble up top, open from the top of the key, off the iron, no good. Long rebound, run down by Fitzgerald, and that's going to be a double dribble. She took the dribble to kind of get herself set and then started off, and the official run on top of it. Shot clock is off with 27.5 seconds to go here in this third. We've only been, I think, one time where the shot clock was a factor in this game, and now a hold is going to be called on Aaron Fitzgerald. That on the inbound play. Matter of fact, the clock didn't even move. That's only the third team foul, so no free throws. Shaleski working against Fitzgerald, brings it across the timeline. Picks up the dribble, works it up top for Halbert. Arcadia Loop City can hold for the last shot if they'd like. Jackson lost it, got it back, and then she lost it again. And it will go the other way for South Loop. 10 seconds to go here in the third. And they'll face that full court 1-2-2 pressure. Inbounds will go to Bierman. Pass tipped off the Hagler, down to 7 seconds to go. They got to get it across the timeline, and the ball knocked off of Halbert's foot. And now just 3.6 seconds to go. Last thing, though, South Loop wants to do is turn it over and give Arcadia Loop City a chance at a shot. And Aaron Fitzgerald's going to hold the ball in the backcourt and let the time run out. We go to the fourth quarter. Arcadia Loop City has led all the way. They're on top of South Loop, 28-9.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are promises to honor, work that needs to be done, friendships to enjoy, and people that count on each other. These are the things that tie our communities together. They always have, and they always will. Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte. Go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
We come back to Callaway. We head to the fourth quarter in this girls game, the first half of our girl-boy doubleheader. 28-9 the score. Arcadia Loop City leading South Loop. We'll have the boys game to follow. Brent will have the call on that one. South Loop will have the ball to start this fourth period. It'll be Aaron Fitzgerald, Reif, Bierman, Stahlbaumer, and Starr for South Loop. Holbert, Rademacher, Jackson, Shaleski, and Obermiller for the Lady Rebels. Inbounds will go to Stahlbaumer, gives it back off to Fitzgerald, runs it in, lost it, trying to get out of there, put it up, almost got that to go. It was partially tipped by Rademacher. Rademacher gets the basketball on the rebound. Shaleski, crossover dribble, works it ahead to Jackson, open three, knocked it down. 31-9. Arcadia Loop City by 22.
Jackson continues to add to her game-high total, now up to 15 in the game.
Bierman lead it ahead to Stahlbaumer. Now off to Reif, trying to save it in, could not. And one thing Arcadia Loop City has really done well here tonight, they have hardly let Emma Stahlbaumer have a shot at all inside.
Yeah, whether it be with zone or whether it be straight-up man, Rademacher's done a really nice job. And, yeah, the half-court defense for Arcadia Loop City tonight has really been tough.
Jackson trying to get it back door to Obermiller. Pass was tipped away. It'll stay with Arcadia Loop City. Brianna Lewick going to come in, and Taylor Obermiller is going to check out. Baseline left side, it's triggered in to Shaleski. They'll get it back to her along the baseline. 15-footer would not fall. Rebound, fought for and taken out of there by Holbert. Up top for Lewick. Back over to Shaleski on the way for a three. It will not fall. And Aaron Fitzgerald comes away with the board. One of the smallest players on the court takes it away from three players. Feeds it ahead to Stahlbaumer. Double teamed, and that goes through the hands of Bierman. And we'll head the other direction after the turnover. 6:42 remaining here in the contest. Arcadia Loup City, they set the tone defensively early on, did not allow a point for South Loup for about the first 13 minutes of the ball game. And then a couple of free throws from Emma Stahlbaumer got South Loup on the board, but still it's been very tough going for the Lady Bobcats. 3-point shot put up by Lewick, no good. Rebound, though, by Friesen, who's checked in the lineup. And a push is going to be called on Asa Starr. First foul of the fourth quarter on either team. Second on Starr, 6.5 remaining. Baseline right side, it'll be Jackson to get it into Lewick out to Holbert. They work it around the perimeter. Jackson open for a three. Got it again. 2 in a row from that left wing. And she buries it, and it's a 34-9 contest.
She's been the offensive star tonight. She's got 18 in the game.
In the forecourt, Hagler controls. Trying to get rid of it. Hands it off to Stahlbaumer, or check that, that's Starr. Starr had it knocked away and stole it away momentarily. It's still loose. Still loose and taken back now by Bierman. They head to Starr. The South Loop resets the offense. Arcadia Loup City did have the ball momentarily, so it resets the shot clock. Driving into the paint, the ball loose. Getting it out of there was Bierman. Over to Starr, down to 14 on the shot clock. Shot put up, no good by Hagler, and the rebound and the putback for Stahlbaumer. And South Loop into double digits. They trail 34-11. 5:18 remaining. In the corner. Double teamed. Holbert had it knocked away. It'll stay with Arcadia Loup City. Zaleski will toss it in from the corner. Reif out and Wanch back in. Inbounds pass out near the timeline, controlling Holbert. Backdoor pass intended for Lewick. Now watch Brent just kind of cringe there for a second. He was going to go protect that camera.
I'm not going to get there in time. I was just praying it wouldn't hit it. And my prayer was answered. It did not hit it.
Brianna got a piece of it and deflected it is what it amounted to. South Loop with the basketball. Bounce over to the right side. Asa Starr dribbles up top. Goes left side. Bounce into the paint and it's taken away. Hagler was trying to get it to Bierman, but Arcadia Loup City with the steal. Zaleski into the forecourt. Off the right side, now left side for Holbert. Finds Lewick in the corner. Double teamed there. Nowhere to go. Gets it nicely out top for Zaleski. Shot clock at 18. Game clock 4:28. Lewick will launch a three. It's off the mark. Rebound on the weak side. Put up no good by Friesen, and it's taken out of there by Bierman. So here comes South Loop. Asa Starr dribbles over to the left side. Finds Bierman for a long shot that's off the mark. Jackson will get the rebound, and then she stepped on the line. That was one of those, she might have been better off just letting go on out of bounds, but she reached for, but just a little bit of her toe got across the line. So South Loop will inbounds. Asa Starr to do the honors. Having trouble getting it in, and it's stolen away by Lewick. The inbounds pass taken by Brianna Lewick. She's had her hands everywhere tonight. Holbert up top for Zaleski. Bounce pass over to Jackson. Back intended for Zaleski, but Stahlbaumer steps in, takes it away. Asa Starr across the timeline. 3:46 remaining in the game. 34-11, Arcadia Loup City. Erin Fitzgerald on the run, and she is bumped by Friesen. And that's only the first foul on Arcadia Loup City this quarter. Grace Augustine, who played well in the first quarter, haven't played a lot since, is back in there now. And Eva Jackson will sit down.
By the way, that foul on Friesen was her second.
Stahlbaumer in front of her own bench will toss it in. Bounces it into Hagler. Give off now to Fitzgerald. Feed in low for Stahlbomber. Tipped away, out of bounds. And Stahlbomber actually touched it last. So it will belong to Arcadia Loup City. And they'll work against the zone defense. It's been a 1-3-1 all night long. Work over to the right side. Holbert. Skip pass left side. Lewick wanted to go down low, but didn't pull the trigger. Holbert. Up high for Shaleski for a three. Off the iron, no good. Stahlbomber the board.
Yeah, good strong rebound by Emma Stahlbomber. South Loop's been good on the boards here tonight.
We get to the 3-minute mark. Starr down the right lane. Tipped away, got it back, and then tied up by Shaleski. And it will go over to Arcadia Loup City.
Yeah, good hustle by Shaleski to come over and force that jump ball and get the possession into the hands of the Rebels.
Don't forget, we've got the boys game coming up. You're listening to 95.3 KBBN FM, Broken Bow, Nebraska. He's Brent Apperson. I'm Larry Kottner. Jack Simpson on the camera tonight for the video feed. 2:38 remaining in this girls' game. Along the left baseline, Shaleski has it stripped away by Watch. Shaleski now going to come out of the lineup and into the lineup first time tonight. Jamison Gappa, 5'10" junior. Inbounds right down in front of us by Lewick. Gets it into Holbert. Bounce along the baseline. Slipped off the hands of Watch. It'll stay. That was a tough pass for Lewick to get to Augustine, but Watch got a piece of it. It'll stay with Arcadia Loup City. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds will go to Gappa. Down to Holbert. Now down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. And it's just going to be stolen away by Stahlbomber. Feed ahead for Hagler. Hagler runs it down. And then she is tied up. And it will stay with South Loop. 2:15 to go in this contest. Baseline right side. Hagler to toss it in, gets it into Watch, and it's stripped away. And South Loop will try again. Inbounds coming from Stahlbomber. Gets it into Fitzgerald. Aaron along the baseline, cut off. Out top, 3 ball on the way. That would not go for Hagler, and it's brought down by Augustine. We go under 2 minutes. Lewick, feed ahead to Augustine to the high post, and a reach in and a tie-up was intended for Friesen, and there's Erin Fitzgerald. She's been all over the place tonight. She has hustled very well. And we got some new players in now. Starr coming back in for South Loop. Delaney Weinman will check into the lineup. 5'8" freshman. Shot put up no good. Rebound put up no good. Augustine's follow is good. 3 opportunities for Arcadia Loup City. Score is 36-11. Lady Rebels on top. Hagler down the right side. Gets it back out. Long 3, nothing but the net for Jade Bierman.
Wow, nice shot by Bierman. Able to get the feet set.
And now she
drilled
gets
it
the
from long
steal.
distance.
Puts it up and in.
Boy, how about that sequence, huh?
5 in a row very quickly for Jade Bierman. Another steal by Bierman. And then she is fouled. So Jade Bierman with a long 3, then a steal and a hoop and another steal. And I don't think she's shooting free throws. No, it was on the floor. That foul will go against Arcadia Loup City's Kaylee Kurtals, 5'8" sophomore. He's checked in the lineup. Inbounds will go to Bierman. Bierman, why not? 8-footer wouldn't go. And the rebound and a foul. This one will go on Bierman over Reagan Skabensky, who's checked in the lineup, the 5'3" freshman.
You know what you love about that little sequence by Bierman is the hustle and the dedication that is still shown regardless of what the score is. And you know what? If you're the South Loop coaching staff, That's what you want to see. No matter what the score is, you keep playing, and South Loup definitely doing that.
No quit, and now Addie Stump on the inbounds tips the pass away from Friesen right into the hands of one of the Arcadia Loup City players who was inbounding it. So it's a turnover and goes back to South Loup with 1:06 remaining. Starr trying to get it into the paint, could not. Tipped away, it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with South Loup with 1:05. All pretty much substitutes in there now, or second team players. Bierman did start here tonight, so did Wanch. Starr will try again as that one was kicked away.
Yeah, Augustine's making it tough to get the inbound in.
She's got long arms, and now away from the ball. A foul's going to go on Arcadia Loup City, I believe, before the inbounds. Well, I'm not sure what they called here.
I
think
it was
warning.
Warning against Augustine, who was just crowding the baseline a little bit too much, trying to defend the inbound pass.
Yeah. Bierman gets the inbounds. Her 12-footer no good. Rebound to Wanch. It would not fall. Tipped around and out of bounds. And it will stay with South Loup with 54.6 remaining. Starr will toss it in. Looks, bounce into the paint. Put up by Wanch, no good. Got her own board. Partially blocked. And then a tie-up on the rebound between Stump and Skabensky, and it will go to Arcadia Loup City. And now a timeout taken by South Loup. We'll take it with them. 49.4 to go, 36-16, Arcadia Loup City.
Shock Lumber and Supply, formerly Loup City Lumber, different name, same great local customer service under new management. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help you with your construction or remodel project, a home addition or new structure. If you're building from the ground up, they have post frame and building packages you should browse. If farming and ranching is your gig, they have supplies from tanks to fence. Kushak Lumber and Supply, bringing you this sports broadcast.
Loup Agency Loup Realty is the place to call for all your insurance and real estate needs. Offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency will be happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency Loup Realty, Loup City, Nebraska, 745-1097 or www.louprealty.com.
49.4 seconds left to go in this one. It's been decided for a while. Arcadia Loup City is going to get the win. They lead 36-16. South Loup, though, has been playing hard here with their subs at the end. Inbounds will be taken away. Grace Augustine comes away with it, gets it to Friesen. Now in the backcourt, Kurtals. Kurtals lost it, taken away by Bierman, who's played strong in this quarter. She'll take it all the way in. Couldn't get the shot to go, but she'll draw the foul. And Jade Bierman, who had 5 points in a matter of about 3 or 4 seconds earlier in this quarter, will get herself to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, foul's going to be on Kurtzals coming off the bench, and that is her second.
34.9 remaining, so the shot clock is off for the rest of the game. Jade Bierman, free throw, no good. Sophomore, a lot of sophomores and freshmen on this South Loup team. Some more players coming in. Players we haven't seen yet tonight. Charlie Pandor, 5'5" sophomore. Check some of the other numbers as soon as I can kind of spot them. Bierman missed the first. Second one is short. Rebound fought for and taken out of there by Gappa.
Yeah, they called a jump ball first.
Jimmy Fletcher, 5'3" sophomore in the lineup now. Ivy Tullis has come back into the lineup. Also, Kagan Watoon, 5'7" junior in the lineup now. And ball stolen away, taken out of there. Coming the other direction, Charlie Pandorf. 18 seconds remaining. Gives off to Wanch. Check that's Tullis. Tullis driving and tied up as forcing the jump ball was Friesen. It will stay with South Loup with 10.9 remaining. Set to throw it in. It'll be Fletcher from the baseline left side. Bounce into the paint, open, putting it up, no good. Was Kagan Wattoon, but she'll draw the foul, and she'll shoot free throws with 9.5 remaining.
That's a great cut to the rim by Wattoon to make herself available for the inbounds pass. Now gets to the line. We'll see if she can get in the scorebook.
First free throw on the way, good. 36-17 the score. Second one for Wattoon. On the way, that one didn't quite catch everything, so it will be Arcadia Loup City's basketball heading the other way. And South Loup going to take off the pressure. Augustine in the backcourt, and Augustine will just hold on to it. She knows she didn't have to cross the timeline. To Friesen, and they'll work it ahead to Gampa, and that's your ball game. Final score here tonight in Callaway in the girls' game. Arcadia Loup City improves to 9-5 on the year with a 36-17 victory over South Loup. The Lady Bobcats fall to 1-13. We'll take a timeout, come back and check the final stats for you here on 95.3 KBBN.
Knock down some pins and have a great time at Loup City Lanes. Open daily at 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. It's a bowling experience unlike any other. They have homemade pizza for while you bowl, or try a delicious burger or one of their many other food specialties. Video games, birthday parties, and much more can be had with one common theme: fun. Loup City Lanes, proud to support the Arcadia Loup City Rebels.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. The restaurant at Colony Inn is only closed on Tuesdays and open weekdays at 5, Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. You want to have Sundays marked on your calendar? Prime rib dinners start at 4 p.m. Down on Main Street, head into the O Street Bar Tuesday through Saturday, and don't miss Taco Tuesdays for $2 tacos. The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loup City, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loup City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
And we come back to Callaway High School as we recap the girls' half of our doubleheader, which has gone final. Arcadia Loup City picks up their 9th win of the season as they win it over South Loup by a score of 36-17. Running down the individual scoring numbers, Eva Jackson led the way for all scores, had 18 in the game, knocked down a couple of threes in the fourth quarter. Eva Jackson, your game-high scorer with 18 points. Rest of the scoring for Arcadia Loup City, Olivia Fitzgerald with 2. Jillian Holbert off the bench with 2 points. Brianna Lewig finished with 4 for the Rebels. Grace Augustine had 4 off the bench. Morgan Rademacher finishes with 4. And Nicole Shaleski had 2 points for Arcadia Loup City. Meanwhile, for South Loup, they were led by Jade Bierman. Bierman had a nice little sequence in the fourth quarter where she scored 5 straight points, and that'll lead the way for South Loup tonight. Rest of the South Loup scoring, Kagan Wattoon comes off the bench to score 1 point. Erin Fitzgerald had 2. Asa Starr knocked down a 3 in the second half to finish with 3 points. Emma Stahlbaumer with 4 points, and Ray Hagler finishes with 2 for the Bobcats. Arcadia Loup City gets the win, 36-17. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll set things up and get you ready for the boys' half of our doubleheader. That's after these words on KBBN.
Lodi Seed Service, LLC, your trusted channel seedsman, now serving the Callaway area. They are proud to bring you this sports broadcast. Why choose them? High-quality channel seeds, expertise tailored to your farm, local knowledge paired with global resources, and, of course, unmatched customer service. To get on the path to achieving your farming goals or exceeding them, contact Abe Hinman or T.R. Anderson with Lodi Seed Services, sponsors of this sports broadcast.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet, so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season. from all of us at Hamilton.
As we bring you back to Callaway High School, time to get you ready for the boys' half of our doubleheader, and radio coverage of Arcadia Loup City versus South Loup boys basketball is being brought to you by Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery, Trotters Woe and Go, Moshka's Building Center, A1 Auto Repair, Mills Hardware, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, Arnold Insurance Agency, Kushak Lumber and Supply, Loop Agency, Loop Realty, Loop City Lanes, Loop City Auto Parts, Colony Inn and O Street Bar, Citizens Bank, Callaway Market, Agribest Feeds, Lodi Seed, South Loop Community Pharmacy, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Boston Livestock, Rocks Underground, Rain Dance Repair, and Hamilton Telecommunications. Radio coverage tonight also brought to you in part by our sports plan sponsors for the year, and they include the Nebraska State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Aero Seed, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Mead Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Gateway Motors, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Justin Thompson Agency. Our games tonight are also on our live video stream through sandhillsexpress.com. We'll come back and tell you more about that after this.
Custom Screen Print and Embroidery is proud to help bring you this sports coverage. When you partner with Moonlight, you're choosing the company that offers the highest quality inks as their standard way of printing. Since 1999, Moonlight has partnered with community events, school groups, sports teams, and more to design, print, and sell awesome screen print, embroidery, and vinyl items. Located in Kearney, serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Visit MoonlightCustomPrinting.com. Everything looks better by Moonlight. Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
Are you wanting to remodel your kitchen or bathroom but you don't know where to start? Come see me, Abby Mahler, the kitchen and bathroom designer at Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia. It's my job to design your kitchen layout and help you coordinate your cabinets, countertops, backsplash, flooring, and hardware. I have design software that lets you see a 3D image of your layout so you can visually picture what your new kitchen will look like. Please call us at 789-6252 and ask for Abby to set up your free consultation today.
Crash, boom, bang. All sounds you never want to hear coming from your vehicle. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is prepared to fix or prevent those sounds. If you're in need of auto and light truck service and repair, give Josh a call, 848-2542. That's 848-2542. It all starts with diagnosing the problem, then working to get you back on the road quickly with a vehicle you can depend on. A1 Auto Service in Arnold, proud sponsors of this broadcast and high school sports.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are promises to honor, work that needs to be done, friendships to enjoy, and people that count on each other. These are the things that tie our communities together. They always have, and they always will. Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected. With locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte, go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
Cushok Lumber and Supply, formerly Loup City Lumber, different name, same great local customer service under new management. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help you with your construction or remodel project, a home addition or new structure. If you're building from the ground up, they have post frame and building packages you should browse. If farming and ranching is your gig, they have supplies from tanks to fence. Cushok Lumber and Supply, bringing you this sports broadcast.
Well, as we come back to Callaway High School, getting you ready for the boys' half of our doubleheader tonight. Not only are we live on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM, we're live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by our radio call. You can access the live stream links through sandhillsexpress.com or go directly to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or Sandhills Express YouTube channel. Our live video stream sponsors of tonight's games are Callaway District Hospital, BD, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, Agland ATV, Meade Lumber, Culligan, Bailey Crop and Pioneer Seed, Palmer Monument, Insurance of the Heartland, H&R Block, Sandhills Custom Creations, Agribest Feeds of Callaway, and Green Acres Lawn Care. We'll come back to set up the matchup for you. It's the boys' half of our doubleheader, South Loop and Arcadia Loop City, coming up next.
Agency Loup Realty is the place to call for all your insurance and real estate needs. Offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency will be happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency Loup Realty, Loup City, Nebraska, 745-1097 or www.louprealty.com.
Knock down some pins and have a great time at Loop City Lanes. Open daily at 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. It's a bowling experience unlike any other. They have homemade pizza for while you bowl, or try a delicious burger or one of their many other food specialties. Video games, birthday parties, and much more can be had with one common theme: fun. Loop City Lanes, proud to support the Arcadia Loop City Rebels.
Need auto parts? Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loop City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loop City. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment, too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loop City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loop City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. The restaurant at Colony Inn is only closed on Tuesdays and open weekdays at 5, Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. You want to have Sundays marked on your calendar? Prime rib dinners start at 4 p.m. Down on Main Street, head into the O Street Bar Tuesday through Saturday, and don't miss Taco Tuesdays for $2 tacos. The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loop City, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loop City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Simply put, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with Probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit AgriBest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Lodi Seed Service, LLC, your trusted channel seedsman, now serving the Callaway area. They are proud to bring you this sports broadcast. Why choose them? High-quality channel seeds, expertise tailored to your farm, local knowledge paired with global resources, and, of course, unmatched customer service. To get on the path to achieving your farming goals or exceeding them, contact Abe Hinman or T.R. Anderson with Lodi Seed Services, sponsors of this sports broadcast.
Getting close to the tip-off between Arcadia Loup City and South Loup. The boys' half of our doubleheader coming up as we set up the matchup. Arcadia Loup City 5-8 on the season. Both teams play in Class C2 this year. For Arcadia Loup City, their wins have come against Chambers Wheeler Central and Myrna, Gibbon, and most recently Riverside last Thursday. Their best win of the year came against 11-4 Bertrand. 5 of the 8 losses for Arcadia Loup City are to teams with 10 or more wins. Those teams would include Central Valley, Amherst, Elm Creek, Wood River, and Shelton. We saw Arcadia Loup City back in December when they took on Anselmo Myrna. They got the win that night. Ryan Cashlin led the way with 17 points. South Loup, been a great year, 9-3 on the season. They lost their first 2 games against Twin Loup and Amherst, but they've won 9 of their last 10. Their only loss during that time was to Bertrand, who we mentioned earlier Arcadia Loup City has beaten this season. So it should set up to be a really nice matchup here tonight. We saw South Loup back on January the 9th. Crew Wattoon, the big guy, had a big game in the middle, scoring 22 points on that night. Should be a lot of fun. It's Arcadia Loup City and South Loup coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loup City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
And we come back to Callaway High School. This broadcast is being brought to you by Joe's Market in Loup City. They bring you the starting lineups. They are your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. Visit them on O Street in Loup City soon and visit joesmarketlc.com for ad specials, recipes, and more. Starting lineup for the Rebels tonight will go like this. Eli Jackson, a 5'11 sophomore. Brogan Setlick, 5'11 junior. Ryan Cashlin, 5'9 junior. Tice Callarose, a 5'9 junior. Max Lewandowski, 6'2 senior. Head coach for Arcadia Loup City, Aaron Hay. Starting lineups for your Bobcats tonight being brought to you by High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Callaway. Formerly J.R. Meyer Insurance, they are dedicated to serving area farmers and the local community, and they're happy to help bring this broadcast to you. Visit hsip.com. Starters for South Loup, Dylan Pandorf, 6'2 junior, Connor Paulson, 5'9 junior, H.A. Starr, 5'11 senior, Harper Johnson, 5'10 senior, and Crew Watoon, 6'3 junior. Head coach for South Loup is Jeff Cole. All right, Larry Cotner, you ready to go?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one. It's a big game in C2. You know, they kind of have the serpentine districts, and this is a big matchup for seeding next month.
Crew Watoon for South Loup, Max Lewandowski for Arcadia Loup City. They stand in the center circle, and we are just about ready to go. And I've got to take care of some things, so I'm going to turn it over to Larry Cotner and let him call the start of the game for you tonight.
All right, with the basketball, Watoon, he'll work it over to the right wing to Paulson. Feed down into the paint. Dylan Pandorf up and in. And Pandorf with the first 2 points of the ball game for South Loup. 2-2-1, three-quarters court pressure into the forecourt. So I grab my roster here. That is, well, ball tipped away. It'll stay with Arcadia Loup City. Little different when you got the book in front of you and you've got the starters listed here. The inbounds pass going to Setlick. Now controlling up top with the basketball, Caslin. Working with it, Jackson. They work it around the perimeter. Setlick back over to Jackson. Up top, that's Callarose with the basketball. Over to the left side, stepping back and launching it. Jackson would not go, and Connor Paulson brings down the board. Runs it into the forecourt. South Loup at the basketball, gives it off that time for Harper Johnson. Johnson working the right side, bounce into the paint, intending that pass for Crew Watoon. And we're going to have a foul on Arcadia Loup City. And I believe that one's going to go on Callarose. 2-0 the score. We're a minute 8 deep into this game. Actually, that foul will go on Max Lewandowski. Inbounds pass. They work it around over to Paulson. Paulson, pump fake. 10-foot jumper along the baseline is good. And Connor Paulson makes it a 4-0 lead in favor of South Loup. And I think Brent's back to call the game for you again.
I think I am. Our battery died on the camera, so I've got that changed, and now you can see the picture again. Here we go. A 3 on the way from the Rebels. It's off the iron, no good. We got a whistle and a foul going to be called, and we'll see who it's on.
Foul going to go, looks like, against Dylan Pandorf for South Loup. That'll be the first team foul against South Loup, each team with a foul.
Rebels will inbound it. Jackson to throw it in on the baseline. Throws it out high to Callarose, who handles. Return pass intended for Jackson, and they're going to say it went off the hand of Jackson out of bounds. Eli's kind of going, I didn't think I touched it. But the official says it's off the Rebels, so South Loup has the basketball. 6:18 left to go here in the first. Bobcats with the early 4-0 lead. A.J. Starr off to Johnson, now into Starr, cutting inside. Ball knocked away, turned over. Arcadia Loup City with the ball. Callarose leading the charge the other way. Finds Lewandowski, puts it up and scores. And the Rebels are on the board.
That was a tough catch by Lewandowski. He made a good catch and took it up strong.
Connor Paulson hands it off to Starr. Callarose trying to knock it away. Starr able to chase it down, though, and save the possession. Pandorf throws it to Watoon. The elbow jumper off the back iron, no good, and the rebound secured by the Rebels. Jackson sends it ahead quickly to Cashlin. And now the pass intended in the corner for Brogan Setlick. Airmailed off the hands of Callarose, so a turnover Rebels. It'll be South Loup basketball. 5:34 to go, opening quarter. South Loup 4, Arcadia Loup City 2. Dylan Pandorf off to Starr, looks inside for Watoon, now goes back outside. Pandorf finds Watoon in the middle, backing down on Lewandowski. Now the kick out pass to Paulson. Paulson picked up by Jackson on the defensive switch. They'll swing it off to Starr, who looks inside. Now goes outside, top of the key to Pandorf, to Watoon. Handoff Pandorf, puts it up on the rim, no good. And the rebound secured by the Rebels. Callarose will bring it across the midcourt line. Swings it off to Jackson. Now Callarose off left side to Cashlin for a three. It's in and out, no good. They fight for the rebound, and it's going to be off the foot of Brogan Setlick and out of bounds. It'll be South Loop basketball.
Well, Ryan Cashlin had a very good look at that one from the corner and looked like it was going to go down. It rolled in there and then rolled out.
Just over 3 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. South Loop 4, Arcadia Loop City 2. The lob for Watoon. Now out to Paulson. Connor will put it on the floor, drive on Callarose, now hand it off to Starr. They'll swing it off to Pandorf. Inside Starr, off his hands, into the hands of Callarose. Turnover South Loop. Callarose across midcourt. Arcadia Loop City will work 5-on-5 in the half court. Callarose, top of the key, will dribble in, shoot it over Watoon, off the iron and would not go. Rebound Watoon for South Loop. Paulson now pushing it back the other way. Connor almost had it knocked away by Cashlin, able to regain control though, and we work 5-on-5 in the half court. Pandorf will turn and face, looks inside, goes outside to Johnson. Watoon to Johnson, he'll shoot it off the glass and good. And South Loop leads 6-2.
Harper did a very good job of feeling the contact and then still getting that shot up with under control.
Pass intended for Lewandowski. Paulson collides with him, knocks the ball away, and Arcadia Loop City turns it over.
Third turnover of the ball game for the Rebels.
3:38 to go, first quarter. South Loop with the ball, leading 6-2. Pandorf cut off nicely by Setlick. Kick out Starr for a three. It's off the back iron, no good. Strong rebound into the hands of Cashlin. Then he had his pocket picked by Paulson. Taken away by Cashlin. Boy, what a play by those two back-to-back defensively. The lob for Jackson, who puts it up and scores, and the Rebels are to within two. South Loop 6, Arcadia Loop City 4, nearing 3 minutes left to go here in the opening period. Harper Johnson to Starr, now Pandorf on the wing. Top of the key, Watoon. Now Johnson with it. They'll post Pandorf, he'll shoot it and score.
Pandorf with 4 in the game, first player beyond 2 points.
And the lead is 4 for South Loop. Jackson dribbles through traffic and then throws it away.
Right now, Arcadia Loop City having a little trouble keeping the ball in possession. That is their 5th turnover already.
Callarose is going to come out. Nick Jepson, 5'10 senior, will come in to replace him. South Loop basketball, under 3 minutes to play here in the first. South Loop leading 8-4. Paulson to his right, working on Cashlin, sends it off to Starr. The lob down low, Watoon. Watoon draws a crowd, shoots it though, over the defender, off the back iron, no good. Lewandowski rebound. Now Jackson looking to push for the Rebels, but they're going to say South Loop knocked it out of bounds. Thought it might go off the hands of Jackson, but they say one of the Bobcats touched it, and the Rebels will maintain possession.
Yeah, it looked like it was touched by one of the Bobcats, but almost went off the fingertips. If you were in college and you had to replay, I think that would go the other way.
Cashlin will send it ahead to Setlick. Now Jackson with it. Off to the corner to Jepson. Back to Jackson. 17 on the shot clock for the Rebels. Cashlin will bounce it to the high post to Lewandowski. Shoots it over Watoon. Short, no good. Crew with the rebound. 2 minutes left to go, first quarter. South Loop with the basketball. Johnson to Watoon, trailing on the play. He'll shoot it off the mark, no good. Rebound Jackson. Rebels now looking to push. Jackson being guarded tightly by Stars. He brings it across midcourt. Finds Jepson with it. Pull-up jumper, yes. And that'll bring the Rebels to within 2. Minute 38 left to go, first quarter.
Good ball movement for Jepson to get that open shot.
Paulson, handoff to Starr. Now Johnson handles it. Harper, top of the key, gives it off to Watoon. The lob down low to Pandorf. Kick out Paulson for a three. Got it. Connor Paulson from downtown. The lead is 5 for South Loop.
And they moved the ball very quickly around without it touching the floor to get that shot.
Jackson to Cashlin as we near a minute left to go here in this opening quarter. In the corner, Jepson, open three for the answer. Yes, sir. Nick Jepson able to answer. And the lead is back to 2 for South Loup.
5 quick points for him off the bench.
Under a minute to go in the first. Handoff to Starr. Johnson and now Pandorf. Pandorf on the wing, looking inside, goes outside to Johnson. Now they find a Wattoon. Handoff Johnson coming down the lane. Back into Wattoon, but it's knocked away. Last touch by Eli Jackson of Arcadia Loup City. It'll be South Loup basketball.
Both these teams working hard, especially inside. And one thing they're doing a good job of blocking out. One shot and done. Not very many offensive boards for either team so far.
Inbounds past Johnson. The pull-up three, no good. Ball tipped around, still tipped around. It's loose, it's out of bounds, and it goes to South Loup. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. South Loup will maintain possession. Here's Johnson with it, and he throws it away. Jackson with a steal. Shot clock is off, and we're going to get a foul. Harper Johnson bumping Jackson as he tries to advance the ball, but that's just a second team foul against South Loup.
And just the first one on Harper Johnson. These officials have been letting them play a little bit out there, and it's fun to watch that.
Yeah, and it's been consistent.
Yes.
Even through the girls' game, same way. Jackson off to Jepson, 23 to go in the quarter. Jackson on the wing, looks, sends it off to Jepson. Jepson bounces it down low to Lewandowski. Out to Jackson, a three, got it! Eli Jackson, the three, and I think that's the first lead for Arcadia Loup City at 12-11. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Connor Paulson going to be fouled by Cashlin, but that's okay. That's just the second team foul against the Rebels.
Yeah, and it looked like maybe Connor had a step too, and now South Loup is going to have to reset their offense, but only with 3.4 seconds to go in the quarter.
Pandorf will inbound it near midcourt. Bounces it into Paulson. Paulson, 2 seconds, 1 second. Starr, and he will not get a shot off. Good opening quarter. At the end of one, Arcadia Loup City 12, South Loup 11.
Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive pivot monitoring and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet, so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
And we welcome you back to Callaway High School. We move to the second quarter of the boys' game tonight. Arcadia Loup City with the ball. They lead 12-11. Brogan Setlick, top of the key, Cashlin. Cashlin drives in, cut off in the lane, and he throws it away. Steele Johnson, Harper Johnson. Nice pass to Starr, cutting to the lane, cutting to the rim, and he lays it up and in.
Good vision on that pass from Johnson.
13-12, South Loup with the lead again. Cashlin dribbles to the elbow, finds Jackson, now Lewandowski. Outside Setlick, ball movement to Cashlin for a three, no good, and the rebound secured by A.J. Starr. South Loup basketball just underway, second quarter. Harper Johnson on the wing, throws it out to Paulson. Connor puts it on the floor, dribbles to his left, hands it off to Johnson. Now Pandorf off to Paulson. Connor in the corner. Sends it out top of the key to Johnson, to Wattoon at the elbow. Wattoon kick out past Johnson, 10 on the shot clock. Wattoon in traffic, puts it up, and he will draw the foul.
And that one could be on Castlin. If so, that'll be his second.
And it looks like Nick Jepson is moving to the scorer's table to check in. And I think he's going to come in for Cashlin, who has picked up his second. Watoon's first from the line is good. So Cashlin will come out. Jepson back in.
First free throw of the ball game for either team.
Second attempt from Watoon is good. And the lead is 3 for South Loup. So after Arcadia Loop City took a 1-point advantage, a 4-0 run now for the Bobcats as Arcadia Loop City throws it away. Pass was intended for Jepson, out of his reach. Turnover, South Loup ball.
Turnover number 7 against the Rebels. By the way, with those free throws for Watoon, all 5 starters for the Bobcats have gotten into the scorebook already.
Johnson sends it off to Pandorf on the wing. Dillon looks inside, still looking, now puts it on the floor. Finds Watoon at the high post. He'll launch it from 15 feet off the back iron, would not go down. Rebound Arcadia Loop City. Jackson in some trouble at midcourt, sends it ahead to Lewandowski. Max will give it up in the corner to Setlick. Now Calaros, touch past Jackson, but first we got a whistle, and a foul will be called.
That's going to be number 2 on Dylan Pandorf.
Caleb McFate, 5'8" senior, at the scorer's table. He's going to come in. He'll come in for Starr, and Carter Wood is going to come in for Pandorf, who will come out with his second foul. Arcadia Loop City with the ball, down by 3. Just about 2 minutes played here in this second quarter. Setlick on the left wing skips it across to Calaros. Now Jackson top of the key, back off to Setlick. Skip pass again to Calaros, a 3 on the way. It's good. Tice Calaros from deep, and we're tied. Back the other way, it's Paulson for South Loup. Off to Johnson, now Watoon, who sends it off to McFate. Caleb looks inside, now goes outside to Watoon. They find Wood, handoff to Watoon coming down the lane, but then pushed back outside on the defense by Calaros. Inside Wood, he'll shoot it off the iron, no good. Rebound and putback is good by Crew Watoon.
Did a great job of going up with one motion and putting that one in.
Eli Jackson dribbles through traffic, now sends it off to Calaros, gets the return pass, finds Lewandowski at the right elbow, off to Calaros, and now Setlick handles. 5:19 left to go, second quarter. Calaros will drive and kick. 3 ball by Setlick is good.
That is the 4th three-pointer for Arcadia Loop City by 4 different players.
Rebels back in front by 1. Watoon had it go through his hands, but into the hands of Johnson. And now South Loup resets out of the half court. McFate to Johnson, and now Watoon, who handles deep beyond the arc. Watoon will give it up to Johnson, top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Johnson trying to go around Jackson. Pull-up jumper, good.
Coach Abe was wanting a carry there, but Johnson able to keep it under control and get that hoop.
Inside Lewandowski, shoots it over Watoon, and he will score. Back and forth we go. Rebels back in front by 1. 4:28 to go here in the first half. McFate off to Wood, and now Johnson with it. Harper sends it inside to Watoon. Watoon shoots over the smaller Calaros. Can't finish, though, and the rebound pulled down by Jepson. Handoff Calaros. Nearing 4 minutes to go here in the second. Eli Jackson handles now. Back off to Calaros. He'll drive and kick. Setlick handles it. Skips it across to Jackson. Eli will send it off to Calaros. He'll drive in, kick it out to Jackson for a 3. It's good. Boy, another 3 for Arcadia Loop City. And now the lead is 4, the largest of the night for the Rebels.
And they like to do this. You can tell they work it inside to work it back outside for the shot.
McFate off to Watoon. Now top of the key with it, Wood. Off to Paulson. Paulson matched up with Calaros. Trying to bounce it down low to Watoon. He gathers, shoots in traffic, no good. Trying to keep it alive, tips it to McFate. Gets it back, Watoon will put it up. Can't finish. They fight for the rebound. Loose and finally picked up by Lewandowski. And then the Rebels throw it away. Paulson now will drive. Bounce pass inside Wood. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Lewandowski. Now a whistle. And a foul is going to be called.
They're going to get Carter Wood here.
My goodness, there was a lot of action there.
I was going to say, they were going at it hot and heavy.
Nearing 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Arcadia Loop City with the ball, and we're going to get a foul whistled on Connor Paulson trying to defend against Eli Jackson.
Yeah, he was just kind of slapping at that one, trying to maybe tip the ball with a quick hand shot, and he got all body there.
Tice Callarose had it poked away by Wood, but a whistle, and it's on Wood, I think.
Boy, you and I have a pretty good angle on that. Looked like he got quite a bit of ball.
And, he's going to pick up another quick one. Eli Jackson with Wood coming behind him. Wood just lost his balance, came right up into the back of Jackson, and quickly picks up his third foul. So Carter Wood has 3 fouls. That is now the 5th team foul against South Loup, and that's going to send Jackson to the line to shoot 2.
And there was no question on that foul.
Free throw good by Jackson, so Arcadia Loup City in the bonus now for the rest of the quarter. And there's 3 minutes left to go in it. South Loup led early. Arcadia Loup City took the lead at the end of the first quarter, and now they've been able to build on it here in the second. Free throw by Jackson was good, but they're going to wave it off. I think there was a lane violation.
So it won't count. That, by the way, took a point away from Eli Jackson that would have put him in double figures.
Pull-up jumper, Paulson is good. Big bucket for South Loup, and the lead is down to 3 now for the Rebels.
Well, nobody got in front of him that time, and Connor just had a nice look. He's got 7 to lead the way for South Loup.
Callarose had the ball deflected, but loose ball picked up by Lewandowski. Now Setlick in the corner. Out to Jackson. They'll rotate it to Callarose, who will drive and shoot. No good. Rebound into the hands of Harper Johnson. 2:25 to go, first half. South Loup with the ball, down by 3. Paulson will penetrate, puts it up, and scores. Connor Paulson, back-to-back buckets, and the lead is down to 1 for the Rebels. Setlick off to Jackson. Looks in the corner, now goes over to Setlick on the right wing. Back to Jackson. 2 minutes left to play here in quarter number 2. Jepson in the corner, bounces it inside Lewandowski. Kick out Setlick for a 3. It's good. Another 3, Arcadia Loup City, and a quick timeout by the Rebels. 27-23 is the score. We're back after these words on KBBM.
By Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery. Have you seen all those awesome t-shirts when you attend state competition? There's a good chance Moonlight has printed what you're seeing. They love partnering with local schools to put your athletic and extracurricular achievements on apparel for fans. Ask them about screen printing, embroidery, and more promotional products. Located in Kearney, serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Visit MoonlightCustomPrinting.com. Everything looks better by Moonlight. Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
And we bring you back to Callaway. Good start to this one. 1:53 left to go, second quarter. Arcadia Loup City with the lead, 27-23, but it will be South Loup basketball.
It's been a fast-moving first half so far. Very physical for the most part, well clean played, some turnovers.
South Loup with the ball. We operate 5-on-5 in the half court. Paulson gets by Setlick. Pull-up jumper off this time. No good. And the rebound into the hands of Eli Jackson. Jackson will send it ahead to Jepson. Jepson in pass intended for Setlick in the corner, but it's going to be tipped out. Last touch by South Loup. Arcadia Loup City to inbound it. Jackson will do the honors on the baseline. They'll lob it in to Setlick. Off to Jepson now. Back to Setlick. They're going to lob. Was that a lob or a shot?
I think that was a lob intended for Lewandowski, but he just overshot it.
Now Paulson back to the other end for South Loup, able to draw contact. Foul called before the shot. Be on Lewandowski. Just the second team foul against the Rebels, but that's number 2 on Max. Inbounds pass for South Loup goes to Harper Johnson. Off to Caleb McFate, who's back into the game. Now Starr back in as well for South Loup. He handles, gives it off to McFate. Handoff Johnson, dribbles to his left. Hands it off to Starr, coming back right. AJ, cut off, bounce pass to Paulson, cutting on the baseline. Then had it knocked away by Jackson. Ball loose on the floor. They fight, they scramble, ball still loose. A scrum, a whistle, and a jump ball.
And among all that, it'll be South Loop's basketball, but the shot clock down to 13.
And we go under a minute to play here in the first half. Connor Paulson lobs it for Starr, deflected, but chasing it down Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. McFate has it. 7 on the shot clock. Paulson with it. Connor will drive. He'll put it up and score. Boy, a big second quarter for Connor Paulson.
He leads all scorers in the game with 11.
And the lead is 2 for the Rebels. 36 seconds to go in the first half. There's 25 now on the shot clock as Calrose handles. Gives it off to Jackson, top of the key. Off to Jepson, a 3 on the way. It's off this time, no good. Lewandowski keeps it alive into the hands of Setlick, but he cannot finish. And the rebound to Wattoon. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Paulson sends it ahead to Starr. Now Wattoon at the high post. Off to Paulson. 7 to go in the quarter. Paulson will drive. Had it taken away from behind, but Wattoon was there to pick it up. And then as he goes to the rim, he will be fouled.
But Paulson, his shot was blocked by Lewandowski. Did a great job there, but then the battle came afterwards.
Wattoon at the line. And the first is no good. 3.5 seconds remain in what has been a very entertaining and well-played first half. Wattoon's second, no good. He missed them both. Jepson the rebound, and will Jepson launch it? He will not. He'll just secure it, and we've come to the half. At the end of the first half, your score, Arcadia Loup City 27, South Loup 25. Larry is totaling up the first half numbers. He'll come back and share them with you right after this.
Model your kitchen or bathroom, but you don't know where to start? Come see me, Abby Mahler, the kitchen and bathroom designer at Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia. It's my job to design your kitchen layout and help you coordinate your cabinets, countertops, backsplash, flooring, and hardware. I have design software that lets you see a 3D image of your layout, so you can visually picture what your new kitchen will look like. Please call us at 789-6252 and ask for Abby to set up your free consultation today.
Crash, boom, bang. All sounds you never want to hear coming from your vehicle. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is prepared to fix or prevent those sounds. If you're in need of auto and light truck service and repair, give Josh a call, 848-2542. That's 848-2542. It all starts with diagnosing the problem, then working to get you back on the road quickly with a vehicle you can depend on. A1 Auto Service in Arnold, proud sponsors of this broadcast and high school sports.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are promises to honor, work that needs to be done, friendships to enjoy, and people that count on each other. These are the things that tie our communities together. They always have, and they always will. Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Supplying their customers with quality companies and service that will allow them the comfort of knowing that Arnold Insurance Agency cares about their financial well-being. That's the mission of Arnold Insurance Agency. They're proud to help fellow Nebraskans prepare for the unexpected, with locations in Arnold, Brady, Cozad, Grant, Mullen, and North Platte. go see their family to take care of yours. Visit them online at arnoldins.com or stop by. Arnold Insurance Agency, proud to help bring you this sports coverage featuring our amazing area student athletes.
Kushak Lumber and Supply, formerly Loup City Lumber, different name, same great local customer service under new management. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They're ready to help you with your construction or remodel project, a home addition or new structure. If you're building from the ground up, they have post frame and building packages you should browse. If farming and ranching is your gig, they have supplies from tanks to fence. Kushak Lumber and Supply, bringing you this sports broadcast.
Loup Agency Loup Realty is the place to call for all your insurance and real estate needs. Offering home, farm, auto, crop, commercial, and specialty line coverages like animal mortality or special events coverage. Loup Agency will be happy to give you a free insurance review. While the competition may sell insurance, Amy and Tina write insurance and sell service. Loup Agency Loup Realty, Loup City, Nebraska, 745-1097 or www.louprealty.com.
Knock down some pins and have a great time at Loop City Lanes. Open daily at 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. It's a bowling experience unlike any other. They have homemade pizza for while you bowl, or try a delicious burger or one of their many other food specialties. Video games, birthday parties, and much more can be had with one common theme: fun. Loop City Lanes, proud to support the Arcadia Loop City Rebels.
Thrivent Financial is proud to support the area teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Representative Scott Harvey wants to help you with your financial goals by creating a strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. For insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, call Scott Harvey and Thrivent Financial at 308-872-2511. Great to see the little ones out on the court here at halftime. It's the future of South Loop cheerleading, entertaining our fans here at the half. Well, Larry's been counting. He's taken off his socks. He's using his fingers and his toes, and he tells me that all the scoring is correct. So I'll turn it over to you, my friend.
And thank goodness I still have all my fingers and toes at my age. So 9 points to lead the way for Arcadia Loop City from Eli Jackson. And if they don't get the lane violation, he'd have had 10 because that did wipe off a free throw that would have counted otherwise. But he leads the way for Arcadia Loop City, who has the 2-point advantage here at halftime, 27-25. Also in the scorebook, 2 3-pointers for Brogan Setlick. Those came in the second quarter. 5 points off the bench, and those came in a hurry for Nick Jepson, and then Jepson, and then 3 points for Tice Collarose and Max Lewandowski with 4 points in the game. For South Loop, Connor Paulson, he caught fire in that second quarter. He had a pretty good first quarter, too. Knocked down a 2 and a 3, and then he knocked down 3 twos in the second quarter. Leads all scorers here at halftime with 11. Also in the scorebook, 4 points for Dylan Pandorf. Got into a little bit of foul trouble, didn't play late in the first half, just 2 fouls. 4 points each also for Harper Johnson and for Crew Watum, and 2 points on the evening for A.J. Starr. And if you're wondering about Ethan Fern, he rolled his ankle here a week or 2 ago and has missed the last couple games, going to miss this one as well tonight. So he has not had an opportunity. He's not playing in this game. So, again, your leading scorers at halftime, Connor Paulson with 11 for South Loop and 9 for Eli Jackson. 27-25, Arcadia Loop City on top. Let's take a look at the team stats. 10 rebounds to 8, the advantage to the Rebels here at halftime. As far as the turnovers, the Rebels have turned it over 8 times. The Bobcats just 5. But for Arcadia Loop City, those 8 turnovers, a lot of those came early. They kind of got away from it towards the end of the first half. Free throws, 2 for 4 for South Loop, 1 of 2 for Arcadia Loop City. And again, the second one actually was made. It was just wiped off because of the lane violation. So again, our halftime score, 27-25, Arcadia Loop City Rebels on top in this very tight game.
All right, Larry, thank you. This sports broadcast is brought to you by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow. Call 872-2258. Been a good one so far. Second half is coming up next. It's Arcadia Loup City against South Loup boys basketball. Second half coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Don't search high, low, and in between. Talk to Loup City Auto Parts on Main Street in Loup City. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Saturday. They stock replacements, accessories, supplies, and equipment so you can get about any make of automobile back on the road. They even have light and heavy-duty truck parts, off-road equipment, buses, and ag equipment too. Saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast. Loup City Auto Parts.
The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loup City is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. The restaurant at Colony Inn is only closed on Tuesdays and open weekdays at 5, Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. You want to have Sundays marked on your calendar? Prime rib dinners start at 4 p.m. Down on Main Street, head into the O Street Bar Tuesday through Saturday, and don't miss Taco Tuesdays for $2 tacos. The Colony Inn Motel and O Street Bar in Loup City, proud supporter of the student athletes competing.
Citizens Bank and Trust provides superior financial service with honesty, professionalism, and confidentiality while promoting economic growth and stability in the communities they serve. With convenient locations in St. Paul, Loup City, and Central City, all locations are experienced in real estate, agriculture, commercial and consumer lending, offering savings, deposit, checking accounts, debit cards, and online and mobile banking. Citizens Bank and Trust Company. Your community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Your friends at Klein Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 308-872-6810. Klein Financial. You'll find them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Well, later in the week, we'll have South Loup on the air for you again come Thursday, as South Loup will host Ansley Litchfield for area girls and boys basketball. Those games on Thursday. They'll be in Arnold, Nebraska. And not really sure on the start time. We might be starting around 5 o'clock or so. We're told that not sure how many JV games or if they'll play JV on Thursday night. So we'll keep you updated on that. But that's 2 nights from now. We're concentrated on tonight as we get ready to go with the second half of Arcadia Loup City and South Loup. Rebels open with a basketball. The pull-up elbow jumper from Jackson, no good. Offensive rebound, Max Lewandowski puts it up and in, and the Rebels score the first points of half number 2. South Loup basketball. Harper Johnson looking inside for Paulson on the cut, not available. Goes to Wattoon on the right elbow. Kick out past Pandor for a 3. That's off the mark, no good. And it will go out of bounds off of South Loup.
Going back to that game in Arnold on Thursday night, hopefully we'll have the broadcast. Last 2 years, we've had to cancel the broadcasts of the game.
Yeah, because of weather. As Arcadia Loup City turns it over, Jackson loses it, picked up by Paulson. Paulson around Cashlin, puts it up and scores. Oh, man, what a move by Connor Paulson.
Good use of that Euro step right there.
Jackson quickly advancing it. Diagonal pass intended for Lewandowski, slapped away but into the hands of Cashlin. Now it's Jackson who handles. Eli with it as we go under 20 on the shot clock. Jackson cut off by Pandorf. Now they find Calaros in the corner. Off to Cashlin. Now it's Jackson in the corner. 10 on the shot clock. This is Setlick with it. Back to Jackson. 5 on the shot clock. Jackson gets to the rim, puts it up, and scores.
Boy, he did a great job of splitting the defense. He's in double figures now.
Arcadia Loup City 31, South Loup 27. Bobcats with the basketball. Starred to his left, sends it that way to Johnson, and now Pandorf handles on the left wing. Back to Johnson, who finds Wattoon. Handoff to Johnson, back to Wattoon. He'll put it up, no good, but he draws the foul.
First foul of the second half.
South Loup really likes that play where they bring Wattoon to the elbow, and then he'll hand it off, and then he'll roll to the basket and look for the return pass.
It's going to be the third foul, though, on Max Lewandowski.
Wattoon to the line, and the free throw is no good.
He is the only player that has shot free throws for South Loop tonight. He's 2 for 5 at the line, made his first 2. Trying to break out of a slump here.
Second one is good. Made the second of 2, and the lead is 3 for Arcadia Loop City. Cashlin lobs it over the pressure of Johnson into the hands of Calaros. Pass intended for Lewandowski, but knocked away off the hands of South Loop. Ball stays with the Rebels, 27 on the shot clock. Jackson will inbound it on the baseline. Jackson will throw it out to Calaros. Now it's Cashlin with it. Ryan looks for help. Almost had it taken away by Paulson, but gets it off the Setlick. Now it's Lewandowski who comes out high to handle. Little high weave action as Jackson will launch it from deep. It's off no good. Strong rebound by Crew Watoon of South Loop.
Boy, he really reached back to get that one.
Paulson will hand it off to A.J. Starr. Off to Johnson now. Harper will send it inside to Watoon. Little high-low action. Lob down low. Pandorf can't finish. It's going to be tipped out into the hands of Setlick, and then it's through the hands of Cashlin back to South Loop. So the Bobcats control 25 on the shot clock. 5:30 to go here in the third. Pandorf finds Watoon. Pull-up jumper 18 feet. No good. Long rebound, though, chased down by A.J. Starr. Out to Johnson. Johnson will drive, gets to the rim, puts it up, can't finish. Watoon fighting for it, keeps it alive. Now it's Paulson for a 3. Good! Connor Paulson from downtown.
Boy, and he has just single-handedly kept his team right in this game.
We are tied at 31. 5 minutes to go in the third. Lewandowski double teamed in the corner. Gets it off to Calaros, who will drive, and we're going to get a charge. Paulson stepped in front of Calaros on his drive to the hoop, and the offensive foul will be called.
Tice just looked at the hoop. He saw he had a lane, and he went in there strong, and the defense was able to get in there and set themselves.
31-31. South Loop with the ball. Paulson guarded tightly by Calaros. Sends it off to Pandorf, top of the key. Dillon trying to set up Setlick. Off to Paulson again. He'll shoot it, and it is good. It's a 3. Man, what a night for Connor Paulson.
He's got 17 to lead all scorers, 8 in this quarter.
Cashlin off to Jackson. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third. It's Cashlin with it again. Off to Setlick. He'll try to answer. It's off, no good. And the rebound secured by A.J. Starr. Throws it away. Calaros had it, lost it. Ball loose on the floor, and South Loop gets it back. Paulson sends it ahead to Pandorf. Inside Watoon. Watoon going to challenge Lewandowski. Now kicks it outside. Paulson with it. Connor keeps the dribble alive. Hands it off to Johnson coming back to the right. Handoff Starr going back left. A.J. back to Paulson. Little high weave action going for South Loop now. Paulson through traffic. Gets to the rim and scores again.
He's got his inside game going. He's got his outside game going. He has got 10 of their 11 points in this quarter.
The lead is 5 for South Loop, and Arcadia Loop City turns it over. South Loop basketball. The lob for Watoon. He's trying to back in on Lewandowski. Takes the shot and scores. And a timeout, Arcadia Loop City. Man, what a run by South Loop. 3:34 to go in the third. South Loop 38, Arcadia Loop City 31.
Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Back to Callaway. 34 to go here in the third. A run by the Bobcats, and Larry, it's been keyed by Connor Paulson.
Yeah, and I was giving his points to someone else.
Uh-oh.
I think I've got him now for 21.
Oh, my. Well, he's had a big game, no question about it. Now can Arcadia Loop City find an answer? Good timeout taken by Coach Habe. Little backcourt pressure applied by South Loop. Arcadia Loop City able to break it as we work 5-on-5 in the half court. Cashlin to Jackson, touch pass intended for Lewandowski, knocked away by Wattoon, picked up by Paulson. Paulson sends it ahead to Starr, who lays it up and in. The lead is 9, the largest of the night for either team. Calrose will swing it off to Cashlin, pull-up jumper in the lane. It's off, no good, but there is a whistle.
So looking at my math and my books, yes, he's still got 10 in this quarter, does Paulson, but he's got 21 game-high points now.
Foul whistled against A.J. Starr of South Loup. They'll call it in the act of shooting, so Cashlin to the line to shoot 2 for the Rebels.
Surprisingly enough, Ryan Cashlin has been held scoreless.
And the first free throw, no good.
I know he had a pretty good game in the one you called against Ensoma Myrna.
He did. I think he had 17, and 14 of those were in the second quarter, as that free throw will bounce around the rim and fall through. So that'll bring the Rebels to within 8, nearing 3 minutes left to go here in the third. South Loup 40, Arcadia Loup City 32. Dylan Pandorf for South Loup, off to Wattoon at the top of the key. Crew will send it out in the corner to Starr. Back into Crew. He'll go glass and score. Great give and go between Wattoon and Starr. The lead is 10 now for South Loup. Jackson had the pass deflected and taken away by Johnson. Johnson on the floor trying to keep it alive. Ball loose and finally picked up by Lewandowski. He'll spin, get to the rim, and score. Man, what a move by Max Lewandowski.
Well, now, really, the Rebels needed that one.
Now Paulson quickly back the other way to Pandorf, who lays it up and in. The pace has quickened. South Loup leads by 10. Nearing 2 minutes left to go here in this third. A 3 from the corner for Sadlick is good. Oh, man, what a big shot from Brogan Setlick. A 3 from the corner and a quick timeout on the floor. 2:11 left to go in the third. It's South Loup 44, Arcadia Loup City 37.
Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond mineral salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
And we come back to Callaway. 2:11 left to go in the third. South Loup 44, Arcadia Loup City 37. Boy, Larry, that was a huge 3 a moment ago from Brogan Setlick.
Yeah, they really needed that, did Arcadia Loup City, because everything was going South Loup's way. They had gone on a 13-0 run before Cashlin's free throw ended that one. But then they still scored another 4. But then they were coming back with a couple of threes, or a bucket and then a 3. Lewandowski and then Setlip right there to get them back into it and try to get a little bit of their confidence back in here. But, boy, they have not had an answer at all for the guy with the ball right now, Connor Paulson.
South Loup with the basketball. Pandorf will give it up to, A.J. Starr. Now Paulson top of the key, trying to go by Cashlin. There will be a bump and a foul.
Cashlin's going to pick up his third foul now.
Yeah, a little foul trouble mounting for the Rebels now. Cashlin with 3, Lewandowski with 3. Been impressed with the way Max has played with those 3 fouls. He never came out when he picked up his third, and he's still out there. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. South Loup with the basketball. Starr looking for Paulson on the cut. Not available. They go outside to Pandorf. A 3 is good. Dylan Pandorf deep on the wing. And the lead is back to 10 for the Bobcats. Ryan Cashlin to Eli Jackson. 1:34 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson able to get to the rim, score it, and he's fouled.
Jackson with 13 game-high points for Arcadia Loup City, and that was a late foul, and that was contact after the shot, and I believe that'll go on Connor Paulson, his second.
Jackson at the free throw line completes the three-point play. The lead back down to 7 for South Loup. Minute 25 to go in the quarter. South Loup with the basketball. Paulson will swing it off left side to Johnson. Now back right to Starr. AJ will bounce it off to Pandorf. Finds Watoon top of the key off to Paulson. He'll launch the three. Why not? It is his night. Connor Paulson from downtown.
He's just feeling it.
Nearing 1 minute to go. Paulson going for the steal, and they're going to say he committed the foul.
Oh, that's going to be his third now.
Just the third team foul against the Bobcats. And now Paulson's going to come out. Don't want him to pick up another one before the end of the quarter. So Caleb McFate will come in to replace him. 1:03 to go in the third. South Loup 50, Arcadia Loup City 40. Cashlin to his right, swings it back left to Setlick. Now they'll swing it across to Jackson. Jepson with it. Jepson back into the game, will drive, cut off by Starr, out to Cashlin, pull-up jumper, no good, and the rebound secured by Crew Watoon. About a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. McFate a three, that's off, no good. They fight for the rebound, and it's kept alive by A.J. Starr. Pandorf a three, in and out, no good. Rebound Jepson. Shot clock is off, 27 to go in the quarter. Lead pass Jackson. Pass deflected into the hands of Lewandowski, who cannot finish at the rim. Pandorf saves it from going out of bounds. And South Loop's got the ball with 17 to go here in the quarter. And the Bobcats will slow it down and look for the final shot of the third. Johnson with it. A three on the way. It's off, no good. They fight for the rebound. Watoon had it, fell to the floor. And I think when he fell down, he fell out of bounds.
Yeah, that because it wasn't a travel. He just kind of got the edge of the end line.
3.2 seconds to go in the quarter. Arcadia Loup City's got to go the length of the floor. Jackson will run it. He'll lose control. Tries to get it off at the buzzer, but it is no good. So a big third quarter for the South Loup Bobcats, as South Loup will take a 50-40 lead into the fourth when we come back after this.
Seed Service, LLC, your trusted channel seedsman, now serving the Callaway area. They are proud to bring you this sports broadcast. Why choose them? High-quality channel seeds, expertise tailored to your farm, local knowledge paired with global resources, and, of course, unmatched customer service. To get on the path to achieving your farming goals or exceeding them, contact Abe Hinman or T.R. Anderson with Lodi Seed Services, sponsors of this sports broadcast.
And we come back to Callaway High School, side of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Arcadia Loup City winning the girls game earlier tonight to pick up their 9th win of the season. Here in the boys game, South Loup able to kind of create some distance, Larry, with a big third quarter.
Well, they scored as many points in that third quarter as they scored in the first half. 25 points, and 13 of those coming from Connor Paulson. So he was, no question, the guy that really lit the spark on this Bobcat team in the second half here.
South Loup opens with the ball as we're underway in the fourth. Connor Paulson handles it. He'll swing it off to A.J. Starr. Just underway in the fourth. South Loup 50, Arcadia Loup City 40. 17 on the shot clock. Paulson driving to his left, cut off by Lewandowski. Now off to Pandorf. 10 on the shot clock. Bounce pass inside Watoon. He'll shoot it over Lewandowski and score.
Good job of. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
I was just going to say, tough finish by Watoon. And now Arcadia Loup City loses it momentarily, but South Loop's going to be the last one to touch it as it goes out of bounds.
Going back to what I was about to say is good job of using up the shot clock when you've got the double-digit lead and then get a good look late in it.
Eli Jackson. Bounce pass inside Lewandowski. A whistle before the shot, I think, or is it in the act of shooting? And I think they pointed toward Connor Paulson. Oh, man, Paulson just picked up the foul.
That's his fourth.
And it was in the act of shooting, so Lewandowski's going to go to the line to shoot two.
He's got those quick hands. He tried to reach in there and slap it away, but there's no question. I had a great view. He got a piece of the arm.
Free throw, no good. Paulson will have to come out with his 4th foul. Caleb McFate will come in to replace him. Paulson at the line for his 2nd of 2. On its way, missed it. Missed them both. Rebound Crew Watoon. About a minute played here in the 4th. South Loop 52. Arcadia Loop City 40. McFate a 3 on the way. It's off, no good. Rebound secured by Eli Jackson. Jackson will send it ahead to Setlick. Now back to Jackson, trailing on the play. Swings it off to Cashlin for a 3. It's off, no good. Rebound Crew Watoon. Watoon will dribble it himself across midcourt. Now pass it off to Johnson as South Loop works 5-on-5 in the half court. McFate to Pandorf. Dillon looks inside, goes outside to McFate, who finds Watoon. Handoff McFate, picked up by Lewandowski on the defensive switch. McFate lost it momentarily, but regathered by Pandorf. South Loop with the ball, but under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. McFate looks inside. 5 on the shot clock. Pandorf with it. 3 on the shot clock. Johnson will just get it off, but it did not draw iron, and that will be a shot clock violation.
So technically that goes down as a turnover because the ball was not rebounded before the shot clock went off. And that was a good defensive possession for Arcadia Loop City, but still trailing by 12. They got to find some O.
6:07 to go here in the 4th. Eli Jackson handles it. Eli looking, goes outside to Calaros. A 3 on the way. That's off, no good. And the ball goes back over to South Loop. Well, Arcadia Loop City was hitting these threes in the first half, Larry, but not falling here in half number 2.
Yeah, and they're going to go a little deeper to the bench now. It looks like they're going to bring in Dominic Barnes for the first time in the ball game.
And Barnes will apply pressure in the backcourt. South Loop able to break it. Harper Johnson handles. Johnson will lob it off to McFate. To Pandorf in the corner. They try to get it inside of Watoon. Almost lost it, but saves it. Into the hands of Starr, and now it's McFate again. 15 on the shot clock. We got a whistle and a reach-in foul going to be called against Arcadia Loop City.
Eli Jackson going to pick up his, second. I had him for 1.
Harper Johnson will throw it in from the baseline for South Loop, and he throws it away. Stolen by Setlick. Barnes has it. Ahead to Cashlin. Off to Setlick. Now Jackson. Pull up 3. Off the back iron. No good. Up high for the rebound. Harper Johnson sends it ahead to Starr. Inside Watoon. Watoon cut off by Lewandowski. Now it's off to Johnson. Through his hands into the backcourt, and that will be a violation.
10th turnover of the game against the Bobcats. So far 14 in the game for the Rebels. And one big difference here in this second half has been rebounding. Arcadia Loop City, if they've been missing these threes, it's one and done because South Loop right now on the boards in this half has an 11-4 edge.
Eli Jackson controls it for the Rebels, still looking for their first points of this 4th quarter. Setlick going to launch it from deep. That is off, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Rebels. South Loop basketball with 5:03 to go.
And you know as well as I do, Brent, when you're shooting threes, those rebounds could be anywhere.
For sure. Harper Johnson will bring it across midcourt, sends it ahead to Pandorf. Pandorf off to Starr. Now Johnson with it. McFade handles. Back to Johnson. South Loop willing to work the shot clock here, trying to protect the lead. Watoon at the high post. Going to be reached in on and fouled.
Eli Jackson going to pick his 3rd up.
Another substitution for Arcadia Loop City. Trevor Horton has come in. So he's on the court. Meanwhile, Jackson will come out and Lewandowski will re-enter for Arcadia Loop City as Harper Johnson will throw it in from the baseline. He'll throw it into Watoon. Off to McFate. Now it's Johnson. A 3 is good. Harper Johnson from downtown, and this is now the largest lead of the night for Arcadia Loops, or for South Loop, excuse me. They lead by 15. Barnes looking to drive, gets it up on the glass. Cannot finish, but he does draw the foul, and that'll send Dominic Barnes The 6'2 sophomore to the line. Nope. They're going to say it was before the shot.
That's a reach in on Caleb McFate. His first.
So Setlick will throw it in for the Rebels. Throws it into Lewandowski, puts it up and scores. Boy, great play on the inside by Lewandowski, able to get around Wattoon and score.
He's in double figures now with 10 in the game.
Nearing the midway part of this fourth quarter, Johnson lost the ball, but the loose ball picked up by McFate inside Wattoon. Wattoon double teamed, and he took an extra step. Turnover, South Loop. And a timeout, Bobcats. 4:04 to go in the game. South Loop 55, Arcadia Loop City 42. You're listening to high school basketball on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
In Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Well, it's a busy week of high school basketball coverage this week on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. Thursday night will be in Arnold. We'll have the South Loop Bobcats again as they host Ansley Litchfield for a girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Those games on radio and video just like tonight. That'll be Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll travel to Valentine to bring you Broken Bow basketball as Broken Bow travels to take on the Badgers in a girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Those games will be on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com on Friday night.
And then a lot of MNAC and Southwest Conference next week.
Conference tournament time next week. All hands on deck. It's a busy week, but it's one of our most enjoyable of the year. All right, Arcadia Loop City with the ball out of the timeout. See if the Rebels can make a run here. Only 4 minutes left to go in the game. Arcadia Loop City trails by 13. Setlick will swing it off to Barnes. Lewandowski off to Cashlin now. Cashlin guarded by McFate. Brings it back between the rings, and they'll reset the offense. 15 to go on the shot clock. Setlick deep on the wing to Horton, off to Cashlin. 10 on the shot clock. Pass deflected, loose, and picked up by A.J. Starr. Arcadia Loop City turns it over. Dylan Pandorf at the other end for the Bobcats. Off to Johnson. Now Pandorf again. And South Loop willing to milk the clock here a little bit. With 3:20 left to go in the game. Johnson will swing it across to McFate. Caleb holds it, bounces it inside to Pandorf. Turnaround off the iron, no good. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by South Loop. Well, Jackson and Calrose are going to re-enter for Arcadia Loop City. Barnes and Cashlin will come out. Meanwhile, Connor Paulson, with 4 fouls, has re-entered for South Loop.
Yeah, everybody's going to roll the dice with their fouls now the rest of the way with just 3:10 left.
Tice Calrose will bring it across midcourt where he's met by Connor Paulson. And an intercept by Crew Wattoon. Wattoon going to challenge Setlick, puts it up and scores. Man, what a second half, really on both ends for South Loop, offensively and defensively.
Crew Wattoon's been a part of that. He's got 9 in the second half, 13 for the game.
Top of the key, Setlick off to Calrose. Calrose will drive and shoot. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound secured by Wattoon. South Loop has it with just 2:34 to go.
And that's the other place that Crew Wattoon has been huge. He has been pulling down the boards at both ends.
Harper Johnson bounces it in the corner to Paulson. Bounces it off the foot of Lewandowski out of bounds. Ball stays with South Loop. 2:23 to go in the game. Connor Paulson will throw it in from the baseline. Paulson lobs it for Wattoon. Wattoon in the lane, kicks it out. Starr for a 3. In and out, no good. Wattoon had it, then lost it, but they're going to say it was poked out of bounds by Arcadia Loop City.
Yeah, it looked like Trevor Horton had got a little bit of that one.
Ryan Cashlin comes in. Max Lewandowski will come out for the Rebels, as Connor Paulson will inbound it for South Loop. They'll reset the shot clock to 35. Bounce pass inside to Pandorf. He'll shoot it up. No good. Rebound fought for with Toons. Got it. Put back. Good. And this is the largest lead of the game now for South Loup at 17. Cashlin will send it off to Setlick. Now Callarose handles. Drives into the lane. Kicks it out to Jackson. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Eli Jackson, guarded by Starr, trying to take him off the dribble. Step back three. Good. Man, what a shot by Eli Jackson.
He's had a pretty good game. That's 17 game-high points for his Rebels.
But time running out on Arcadia Loup City. They do force a turnover, though, and now we got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. And let's see who it's on. I think maybe Starr. And it is. A.J. Starr picks up his second. Just the third team foul against South Loup. 1:34 remains. A big second half for South Loup as the Bobcats lead now by 14. Eli Jackson will bring it across midcourt. Tries to go by Johnson, gets to the rim, puts it up off the back iron, no good. Rebound Barnes, put back no good. Now a whistle and a foul. And I think it'll go against the Rebels.
Well, South Loup has done a great job on the boards this half. 14-5 advantage in rebounding.
Pandorf will inbound it. Johnson bounces it to Pandorf, now Paulson. Paulson will bring it across midcourt, keeps the bounce alive, gets into the lane, and then turns it over. Picked up by Callarose, sends it ahead to Cashlin. Cashlin poked away by Harper Johnson, but into the hands of Lewandowski. Here's Jackson, a deep three. It's off, no good. Rebound Johnson, and we have 1 minute to go. Connor Paulson will be fouled. And it looks as though South Loup is going to pick up their 10th win of the year.
And when you think about that, they were kind of, they got off to a slow start this year, losing their first two against Twin Loup and then Amherst. But they have been pretty solid since then, only losing to that pretty good Bertrand team.
Yeah, for South Loup, this would be their 10th win in their last 11, as Paulson will be fouled in the backcourt.
You and I were talking about the fact on the pregame that Bertrand lost to Arcadia Loup City, but beat the South Loup team. Sometimes in situations, it's matchups.
Oh, for sure.
And we look at this Arcadia Loup City team. If they're on with their three-pointers, they're tough. But in the second half, they didn't have the same amount, and at the same time, South Loup got their game rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, South Loup actually trailed by 2 at the half, but really turned things around in the third quarter. Connor Paulson at the line. He missed the first. Second one, good, made 1 of 2. And one of the guys that really helped South Loup turn it around was Connor Paulson. As we are under a minute to play in the game, Eli Jackson will send it off to Callarose. Now Jepson handles. Jepson will drive in, now kick out to Cashlin. 22 on the shot clock. Oh, nice give and go with Lewandowski and Cashlin. Max cannot finish the first time, but he gets his own rebound and the putback is good. Now Paulson kind of bobbles the ball a little bit, regains control, brings it into the forecourt. There's about a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock, and we're going to get a timeout taken by South Loup. It'll be a short one, so we'll keep it here. 27.4 to go here in the fourth. South Loup leads it over Arcadia Loup City by a score of 60-47. Again, we want to say thanks to all of the great sponsors who have made our broadcast possible tonight. Those you have heard on our radio broadcast on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Also a big thank you to those who have sponsored our live video stream tonight. Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner with you behind the microphone. Big thanks to Jack Simpson with us again tonight, manning the camera. And we hope you folks have enjoyed an enjoyable night of basketball coverage on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. 27.4 seconds to go. There would be a 1.4 second difference between shot clock and game clock as we play out the remaining seconds. Connor Paulson takes the inbounds pass in the backcourt. Paulson being hounded by Caleros, picked up by Starr, pass deflected, and this is, a timeout taken by South Loop. I was going to say this is going to be close to a 10-second count.
Well, isn't it actually, as the clock stopped, exactly 10 seconds?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I thought it was 27.6, and now we're at 17.6.
You know, that is the one thing that the shot clock does. It brings the fans into it a lot more, Larry, when teams are trying to advance the basketball across midcourt, because they're watching the shot clock and they know that when it gets to 25, that would be 10.
Yeah.
And I've seen that a few times as we've called games throughout the year, with every class in the state of Nebraska using the 35-second shot clock this year.
And, of course, now in this situation, when you use the timeout, then you get a fresh 10 to get it across.
Pandorf will throw it in to Paulson. Paulson trying to dribble around traffic. Boy, love the hustle that the Rebels are still showing here tonight, as we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Saw this from the South Loop girls in the first game, and now we see it from Arcadia Loop City in the boys game. No matter what the score, the one thing you can always control is your effort. And we have seen that on display here in both the games that we've called tonight.
And that's going to be the 5th foul on Ryan Cashlin, and he's going to end up with just 1 point in this game. And probably a lot of us didn't see that one coming.
Now South Loop going to their bench, getting some of their starters out of the game with 9 seconds to play. Connor Paulson is at the line. He'll be subbed for after free throws, and this one is good.
Chance here to add to his total.
New players coming in. We'll see Gunnar Ducker, 6'2 senior for Arcadia Loop City. We've seen Trevor Horton tonight. He's coming back in. Dutch Miller, 5'8 freshman, is coming in. I think Barnes is out there again for Arcadia Loop City. We'll try to get you some other names and numbers for both teams here as they become available in the final seconds. Paulson with the free throw, can't finish, but the rebound chased down by Malachi Neff. Kick out now to Callan Watoon. 2 seconds to go, and that's going to be your basketball game. So your final score here in Callaway, a big second half for the South Loop Bobcats, propel them to their 10th win of the year. Your final score, South Loop 61, Arcadia Loop City 47. Larry is totaling up the final numbers. He'll come back and share them with you right after this.
Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
Boston Livestock is proud to be a part of bringing this coverage of the Arcadia Loop City Rebels to you. The life of a student athlete isn't what it used to be. Demands in the classroom and in competition are higher than ever. Boston Livestock salutes the hard work of all the student athletes from the area, and they hope you enjoy this broadcast as they put great teamwork, sportsmanship, and competitive drive on display. Boston Livestock Company saying Go Rebels by sponsoring this broadcast.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Sioux Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Hamilton is connecting your world at light speed with fiber to the home internet so you can access the fastest, most reliable internet from your home or business. Hamilton is your link to high-speed internet, Cobalt TV, Wi-Fi throughout the entire home, and telephone service so you can keep connected with your friends and family. For the fastest internet speeds, reliable service, and local customer support, contact Hamilton. We are proud to support all our local athletes and teams. Good luck this season from all of us at Hamilton.
And we bring it back to Callaway, where a big second half propels South Loup to their 10th win of the season. And to take a look at your final numbers, here's Larry.
All right, at halftime it was 27-25. Second half, it was South Loup outscoring the Rebels of Arcadia Loup City 36-20. They really turned it around, especially in that third quarter, where Connor Paulson scored half of his game-high 26 points for South Loup. He had 13 in the quarter. He did a little bit of everything, came up with some big steals. He was the leader of this team tonight for South Loup. But also Crew Watoon with a great second half as well. He had 4 in the first half, 11 in the second half. He's also in double figures with 15. 9 points tonight for Dylan Pandorf, 7 for Harper Johnson, and 4 for A.J. Starr. Now for Arcadia Loup City, they had a couple of players in double figures. Eli Jackson led the way with 17. Also Max Lewandowski in double figures with a dozen. 9 points for Brogan Setlick. All 9 of those points coming on three-point shots. 5 points on the evening for Nick Jepson. That came in a quick spur. And then 3 points for Tice Collarose and 1 tonight for Ryan Cashlin. We take a look at the team statistics. Free throw shooting, 5 of 10 for South Loup, 3 of 7 for Arcadia Loup City. I'm sure both Jeff Cole and Aaron Habe are going to have the guys practicing a little bit. They both want that number up a little higher. 24 rebounds for South Loup to 16 for Arcadia Loup City, and they trailed in that category by 2 at halftime. They dominated the second half 16-6 in the rebounding column, and in turnovers, fairly even, 15 against the Rebels, 13 called against South Loup. Again, 26 game-high points for Connor Paulson and 15 for Crew Watoon to lead the way for the South Loup Bobcats, and 17 for Eli Jackson and a dozen for Max Lewandowski to pace the Rebels. Your final score, 61-47. South Loup gets their 10th win of the year.
All right, thank you, Larry. So Arcadia Loup City and South Loup split the girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Arcadia Loup City won the girls game earlier tonight, and again, South Loup wins it here in the boys game. Again, our next broadcast of high school basketball comes your way on Thursday when we'll be in Arnold. We'll have South Loup again as they take on Ansley Litchfield in an area girls and boys basketball doubleheader. We'll have the games for you coming up on Thursday night. But for now, to all the sponsors who made our broadcast possible, for Jack Simpson behind the camera, for Larry Kottner, I'm Brent Apperson. Thank you for listening.
Your coverage of high school sports. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Also, a special word of thanks goes out to our sponsors who make our coverage possible. You too can thank those businesses by allowing them to be a service to you. Join us again next time for our continuing coverage of
the 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it up top. Faye at the buzzer.
Wow.
Hits the three. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it.
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell, deep three. Wow. Hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key, 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in, and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry, handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't